Cosa Nostra. Quan Alexander, this dance ain't both sides. 49er Empire, 49er Empire. This is for the fan base, die hard, set by. Stand up, 4-9 to the heart, baby. Paul Lord back in Candlestick Park. Let's go.
I'm gonna be really. It's really gonna be upsetting when the season ends in February for us. See what I did there? In February for us, and I can't. What am I talking about? When's the last time I stopped hollering like that about the 49ers? Ooh, special shout out to Jason Whitlock, Shannon Sharp, and Skip Bailey. Y'all keep up doing your good work. Jason Whitlock sitting at Big Waterhead. I'm still not impressed with Jimmy G. You will be. Oh, you will be, Jason. And I'd like to make a wager with Jason Whitlock. If Jimmy G does indeed get to the Super Bowl, and if he wins it, Jason, you will go on a diet next year, and you will come in you will weigh a svelte 210. Get his butt. Fam! Hey, you know what? I'm carrying on because there's really some sad things going on here. As the 49ers prepare for the Week 15 contest against the Falcons coming up on Sunday at home, Coach Kyle Shanahan revealed today the scary possibility that DJ Jones' ankle injury may be more serious than initially believed. DJ did not practice and could miss the remainder of the season, which would be another uncomfortable blow to the 49ers defensive front. And you know this because DJ has been doing a really, really good job. That was him that punched out that ball of one surprised and shocked Saints running back Alvin Kamara as he come rolling through there. And you know, the 49ers have done this to a lot of teams this year. I think we were the first team to intercept Ryan, was his name Ryan Kelly? The Panthers quarterback. We were the first guy to intercept him. And then we did it over and over. Do you know the Saints had no fumbles coming into that game? They got one now. Cost them the game. But the way Shanahan was talking today, though, Sheldon Day, Contavious Street, and all the interior first-round draft picks could be moved to the middle. I think they've been doing that a lot, but it seems DJ Jones always has a dramatic effect when he's in the middle. We're not one thing I have to come to grips with, we are not as good against the run as we probably need to be. And DJ Jones did provide us a little better as far as the run stoppage goes. Now, here's the thing. They've got, well, I tell you, I just don't know. The Hawks are running these days. Hopefully we can stop that enough. But, you know, it's to be seen. We'll see anyway. We'll see what these guys do. I saw Kevin Givens. I'm a fan. I mean, I do want him in there. But anyway, the Niners are already dealing with Richard Sherman and Dee Ford, both dealing with hamstring injuries. They're likely to miss multiple weeks. When you hear the word multiple weeks, what does that mean? How many? 3? 4 what? They're likely to miss multiple weeks. Neither player practiced today. This is why it's so essential for the 49ers to run the board between now and then. Into the season, so we get that bye week. Oh, God, it would help us out so much. Also, K'Wan Williams remains in concussion protocol as of this day and did not practice. Sikorsky T, those ribs are still an issue. And Julian Taylor, elbow, also did not practice and have been inactive since the Ravens game, as you already know. And Taylor's for sure expected to miss Sunday's game against the Falcons. But the same isn't being said about Sikorsky T. So we'll have to wait and see how that story develops because I mean, we all do appreciate Marcel Harris, but we saw some things that Sikorsky T brings to the table. Marcel, he may be able to at some point. He needs more time to develop, I suppose. But, you know, to develop into a level that Sikorsky T was playing at might be asking too much. So we got a problem there. We'll see. But the good news is Jimmy G, who was at the center of the 49ers' emotional 48-46 victory over the Saints on Sunday, was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for that kick-butt performance that he put on. Jimmy! G becomes 49ers first NFC Offensive Player of the Week since week 1 of that 2013 season when wide receiver Anquan Bolden won the award. He is the first 49ers quarterback to win since Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. Both those guys were on it during the 2012 season. On defense, the 49ers have been recognized 3 times as winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just to give you an idea as to how tough this 49ers team is. When you go back to the days where people say stuff, man, especially those NFL people, every time, well, quite frankly, this game should be easy for whomever the 49ers are playing. The 49ers just don't have any talent. Anyway, they do now. Nick Bosa won both that the Defensive Player of the Week in Week 5 and Week 8. Fred Warner, Week 12, was on it for his game against the Pack. But it's Jimmy G's time. In Week 14, G completed 26 of 35 passes attempts for 349 yards with 4 TDs and 1 INT, which people are still arguing about. I'm not going to say nothing else about that INT. His pass rating was 131.7. He also picked up a key first down in the fourth quarter with a 2-yard scramble. Boy, he was looking like the G of old. That 2017 G looked like this. People forgot about that in 2018. They continue to forget it in 2019. All of a sudden, G, moving around in a pocket, plotting, stalking, looking to strike like a cobra. Oh, Kendrick. This team is, his teammates, and speaking of, his teammates has a habit all season of throwing big props. E-Man Sanders said, quote, Jimmy is a baller. You can look at him and see what kind of player he is. He works hard. When you've got somebody like Jimmy with the personality that he has, in the clutch moments, he's not going to fold because of all that hard work he's been putting in, unquote. This is why I knew Jimmy G was not going to come in this game and be intimidated by no. Rodgers couldn't do it to him. One of the greatest quarterbacks, and he may be at some point named the greatest quarterback of all time. Drew Brees did not impress Jimmy. You see the eye of the tiger in that boy's face. You know how some people always say, well, Jimmy G looks a little scared moving around in that pocket. I don't know if he's. Shh. Did Jimmy G look scared in that pocket to you? Did he? At any one point in that game, H-E-double-L, no. That dude knew what he was going to do, and he did it. Hey. And what 49ers fans will forget the biggest play of the game in the final minute of the fourth quarter when G completed a pass to tight end George. Get out of my way, Kittle, on 4th and 2 to get the first down. Then Kittle went into WWE mode, and did the rest by himself. Dragging Saints down the field with him. So George, man, the only way they was going to stop him was grab his face mask because, they wouldn't have done that. George would have hurt somebody coming down through there. He was not going to be stopped. They did the right thing by grabbing. They helped themselves by grabbing the face mask because as soon as the face mask got grabbed, the officials came in and bailed them dudes out by throwing them flags. Because otherwise, boy, that face mask penalty put the 49ers in position for Robbie Gould's game-winning 30-yard kick. As time expired, the 49ers lead the NFC West and on the top record in the NFC, 11-2. Get back, Hawks, where you belong. Get your butt out of first. Are you serious? You ain't representing with your sorry slide by it. Fam, I just want to point out, Mr. Garoppolo's baby boy is heating up for the 49ers at exactly the right time. Now, he's had his games and weeks and times. We all know. But, man, is he coming back and his confidence is getting higher as he gets more comfortable with that offense? He's got receivers now that are getting it done. He probably trusts all of them now, unlike Tom Brady over in Boston. He trusts all his receivers. Now, Jimmy will shoot any one of them, and they deliver. Amen. Booyah. Debo! Debo! Look at you! And my man KB. He has become the spice on top of the dude is just, He's produced passer ratings of 110 or better in 6 of his past 7 games. In the past 7 games, G completed 70.4% of his passes for 1,931 yards and 18 TDs, 5 INTs. The Saints pressured Garoppolo on 34.2% of his dropbacks. Do you know that is the second highest pressure rate he has faced this season, according to Zebra Technology, the official on-field tracking technology of the NFL? The dude completed 6 of 8 passes for 2 TDs on passes of 10 yards or more in the air for a passer rating of 156.3. It did not come easy, and you know it. G also threw into tight windows on 22.9. I'm talking uncomfortably tight windows. As much as I believe in him, he scared the man. God. I mean, 22.9% of his throws, according to Zebra, which is significantly higher than his season average of 15.5% of the throws to receivers who are well covered. G, dude's got the eye of the tiger back again. I believe, Atlanta. Atlanta's got a defense, too. It'll be another challenge for G. Listen, Jimmy G is putting up one of the most prolific passing seasons in the 49ers history, despite the team relying heavily on a running game while playing in the lead for much of their 11-2 start, which is what was the thing was saying. Jimmy G ain't nothing but a game manager. Well, hey, he's doing like he's told. If Kyle says we go run the ball, you go run the ball. That's the bottom line. Nobody said he couldn't pass or play. That just was a game plan. All right? So, and not enough is said about that. Only the Baltimore Ravens have attempted more running plays than the 49ers this season, which has cut into a number of passing attempts from JG. But he also has benefited from the balance of the team's offense as well. You got to add that, though, which has kept opposing defenses honest. But at the same time, though, them are the dudes that put 9 and 10 people in the box. It's a G. We heard about you, man. Everybody's talking about you, man. You ain't all about that. Throw the ball, boy. We ain't going to let you run no more. G said, yeah? Go ahead, stand there. I'll be right back. Booyah! Touchdown, Niners. Y'all going to get up off that line now, ain't you? Oh, yes, we might have to, won't we? At 249.6 yards per passing game, Garoppolo's on pace to throw for 3,993 yards this season. The 49ers have produced only 3 4,000-yard passing seasons in franchise history. Steve Young did it twice, and Jeff Garcia threw for a team record 4,278 yards in 2000 with that man, T.O. was hanging around talking about, this is my quarterback. T.O. was right, too. Jeff was money. According to Coach Shanahan, the more Jimmy gets to play, the more experience he has. And I think the more wisdom he has out there and the more consistency he plays. And that just makes nothing but sense. These are all things that just make nothing but sense. Comes off an ACL, takes a whole year off, has to come back and learn things basically from scratch with several receivers that wasn't worth the... Anyway, now he's just working with dudes that know what they're doing and can get the job done. Watch him go crazy from this point on in the season. I remember 2017 when everybody said, man, we may run the board 5 games ago, right? And I'm sitting back there saying, shh, I wish, I hope, I don't know. We got the Jaguars coming up. Shh, Jimmy beat that team to death. 50, didn't we put 50 on? We should have put 50. They call that one back. All right. Vegas Seahawks. Thanks for the contribution, man. Niners are for real. Oh, whoa. See, some people, we can't generalize every fan. Vegas Seahawks says, Niners are for real. Respect. See you week 17. Salute you, man. All right? Give respect, get respect. All right. I'll get right back to you. Hey, is it Josh Post says, yo, how you doing, man? Still buzzing from New Orleans. What a match. Oh, man. They're going to show that game for a long time. It's going to be one of those classics. Joe, is it Joe Test 09? Thanks, fam. I be doing that, you know what I'm saying? Because the difference between our game and last year's Rams game when they were going toe-to-toe with Kansas City for all that time, we actually did there was more skill involved because with the Rams in Kansas City, wasn't nobody playing no defense. They were just throwing the ball back and forth. Whoever had the ball last would win. See, that is the difference. That's what everybody's saying. All right. So let me come on. So glad Navarro Bowman will be Gibster. So glad Navarro Bowman will be at the game versus the Falcons. It could be really good luck. I feel like disrespectful Kyle is going to make another experience. Disrespectful Kyle is going to make another. I'm not sure what that one means. Anyway, it's a kid 916 Sacktown reporting there. What's good with it? Ronbo Empire. Let's go 49ers. Let's get this win. Niners Empire. Robert Saleh will prep the D properly to ready for themselves. I know there's a lot of things we got to work on this time because we got DJ out of the lineup. God knows if Kowalski T's got to be in there. They got to do something about Marcel Harris. He cannot misread a play like he did last week over and over this week because Matty Ice will hurt you. Far side, one more 4 TD 300-yard game, and he sets a franchise record. Dollar Bell, what's up? There's A95. God. Let us go to the phone and say hello to Big Dollar Bill Will. Will, come on in here, man, and talk about that franchise quarterback. And what are we going to do about DJ Jones?
Ronbo, what's up, man? What's going on tonight? What's the top?
I'm talking about we the top dogs, man. No, but Jimmy G just got named Player of the Week. And Will, when you come down the pike of this season and how many bad things been said about Jimmy G, his hairstyle, all them sport coats he be wearing, his cologne, his girlfriends, people been saying everything they could say bad about Jimmy G, and he's been just chugging along, getting back. I believe he's dang near back, Will. Will, what are you thinking, man? Mm-hmm.
Man, I think getting Jimmy Garoppolo was the best thing John Lynch ever did.
Yes.
Man, y'all got to think about it, man. John Lynch acquired Jimmy G. Last 5 games of the season, he goes 5-0. The next year, everybody's expecting the 49ers to be good. Everybody waiting to see what Jimmy G gonna do. Unfortunately, he hurt himself, hurt his knee. He was out for the season. We didn't do good. Came back, which is this season. Look where we at. Look at his stats. Look what he's doing on the field.
Look who we whooping.
It's not. It don't. Judge Joe, what's up, man? It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on, man. Jimmy G is the real deal. I mean, the way he thrived this past Sunday against the Saints. If that's not proof, I don't know what else you need the man to do. The man went out there, went toe for toe with Drew Brees in New Orleans in the Dome. Everybody says the Dome is the hellhole for teams. And he went out there, man. He went out there, balled out. He walked at that thing with a W, a win, man. 4 TDs, man. 131.7 passer rating, man. 4 touchdowns, man. I'm talking about he looked dead in Brees' eyes and said, "We're going to take this win." And they did it, man. And he's been thriving. I mean, Jimmy G been doing this all season. Pittsburgh, coming back in Pittsburgh. The conversion on third down to run out the clock in Arizona. I mean, the one in Seattle, drove it down the field in Seattle. Yeah, we lost because the kicker missed the field goal, but he drove it down there to give us the opportunity to win. I mean, he's been doing this, man, in the rain, in Washington, in Baltimore. He's been thriving, man. I mean, Jimmy G is the real deal. Jason Whitlock, he just trying to keep his narrative going. But that's all right, man. The more,
every time I hear his name, I get mad.
Yeah. The more he does Jimmy G, the more fat his belly gonna get. I mean, come on, man. It's
all up in his head,
man. Yeah, man. But Jimmy G, man, Jimmy G the real deal, and I believe he can take us to the promised land. I really do. And moving on to the defense, man, DJ Jones, man. I hope it's not season ending. We're praying for him. Hope it's good news. There's not season ending and whatnot. But like I said, man, Sean Payton, man, he also one of the best play callers in the league too. I mean, he's not Shanahan status, but he's up there. And 49ers came across a good offense, but they're gonna make the correction. They're gonna get back to where they were. The only thing they did was they used our weakness, which was the running game toward the inside linebackers, and then the passing game with the safety. They just took advantage of Marcel Harris. Marcel Harris just need to look at the film, get back right. He should be all right. And the linebackers, Shazier, all them guys, they should look at the film well. Them the only two areas. The outside corners, they did their job with the D line, but it was just the middle. It was just the middle inside linebackers that was, was getting us on running play, and then the safety in the scene.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you think the coaching staff, because we got some good coaches, right? Can they get Al-Shar? And I know it takes years of experience for these guys. Can Al-Shar and Marcel, especially, he's already had a year. Can he get them on the right page? Because some of the things I saw out there were kind of fundamental screw-ups. There was communication issues. People were out of place and not in position. Because I know Fred knows what he's doing. But I'm trying to understand how them big gaping holes was just there, you know?
Yeah, they'll be able to. It was just the little things, just fundamentals, assignments, just assignments that was out of place that they got out of place with. I mean, mostly it was fundamentals, but they'll be all right. Tackling as well. Tackling was an issue this past Sunday. We need to work on that as well, get that back right. But yeah, it's just the little things, Ronbo. Yeah, the coaching staff will be able to get them back right. I mean, we're not 11-2 for no reason, man. We got great coaches that's coaching these players up, and they showing it out there, man. But anytime we have a little hiccup, I mean, they always clean it up. So, I'm not worried.
Yeah,
and so should they. Yeah, we shouldn't be worried. So,
all right. All right, Will. Let me go ahead and see you later on this weekend. I was going to wait till the weekend. I couldn't wait, man. I had to talk to you all today, man. You know. So I'll see you Friday. All right.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you, Ronbo, coming on tonight talking with us, man. You know, it's always good when you come on, man, so we can talk for an hour football.
Thanks,
so it's all good, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my TNT fam, my player partner Trey Trez, Big Show, Russo, Jerry Fresh, Real 49 Hits, man. All them guys. Shay Lewis. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Russo, Big Show, all them guys, Sheik, Sewer, Coach Tim, all them guys, man. Hey, man, F the Rams, F Rudy, lost Super Bowl. We got 55 points put on by the Bucks. We beat 31-17. San Francisco beat 20-7. Rams got Jalen Ramsey for nothing. And they bankrupt. All right, Mario.
I will.
All right, too, man.
And Roman noodles. I haven't had it. Remember that? Throw it in boiling water, all the ingredients is inside. Roman noodles. Thanks, fam. Yeah, I love the story. It was just such a positive for, Roman, when you go be a 49er fan, you gotta be positive. We got a legacy that's too large. When we go through the little lulls, they're only temporary. Look at us coming out flying. Whoa. But thanks, fam. And Mark Slaughter is Jim Rome and Max Kellerman always give us props. Especially Rome is he's going wild these days. I love when Rome starts picking on others too. But thanks, and Mark, thanks for that contribution. And hey, we're going to New Haven, Connecticut. Your area code is 475. Hello, New Haven. New Haven, Connecticut. All right, going once, going twice. And I want you to go right there. 517. You're in Lansing, Michigan. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, what is your name?
My name it's Alex, man. I got a new number, man.
Oh, hey, Alex. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just ready for to see how the Niners do on Sunday.
I tell you, Alex. Well, you know what? At least you can feel confident that Jimmy G is starting to get that cocky swag back. Do you know what I'm saying? When I said cocky swag, when he came in 2017, he was all kind of just cocky. Swag was just dripping off of him till the point where it spread all over the lineup.
It's confidence.
I mean, it's
it's confidence. It's swagger. There's swagger with it. He's a swaggy guy, but he's got a lot of confidence. You see, like, in the last, actually, I'll even go back to the Redskins game. Some of the cuts he's made on that knee have been pretty
Scary.
sharp cuts. And when you can do those cuts and make a play off from those cuts, especially in his situation where the only thing he's got to mentally get over is the knee.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a big deal for a guy like him, because he is a player that thrives off his own confidence, and when it's down, you can see it within him. But he's a very good bounce back guy.
He's proven that.
Yes, sir.
Window's about 5 inches wide, Alex. He freaks me out when he does that. But that look in his face is he knew exactly who was going to and how I was going to get there, and he knew the catch was going to be made. Go, Junior, go.
A few weeks ago, when they started, the questions came up. Is he going to be able to do it before the Cardinals games and whatnot? The one thing I kept thinking about is, when are we going to see the Jimmy that we saw against the Jaguars, the Titans, of a couple of years ago? When are we going to see that guy?
Yes.
Because we know it's there. It wasn't a fluke. We played a Super Bowl defense and shredded them.
I agree.
And we finally got it back. We got him back. He's coming up every week, and if you look back, Ronbo, if he doesn't have those 5 or 6 tipped interceptions, who's second, or who's tied for first or second for the MVP vote? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right? He may still get in that running.
Like a lot. He right now he's that guy that's the dark horse. Like what he does over the next 3 weeks can say a lot about, can he be the dude who gets the last, look from the guys who vote? You know what I mean? Because if he has a huge run, something crazy, 12 touchdowns over the next, 3 weeks, that's got to get somebody's attention, because if he's throwing 12 touchdowns, he's not throwing 5 or 6 picks. He's rolling. You know what I mean? So his interception total is going to still stay about where it's at. And, if he gets over 4,000 yards, maybe breaks the franchise record, that's another thing to add to his name to get him that vote.
Man, you talk about that would be perfect. Because then we know going into next year, the dynasty, the bottom 2 floors are in, along with the furniture. Look out. Because Alex, they're going to build around Jimmy and the rest of the defensive core as well for the next few years. And there's going to be them big blue chip guys, free agents coming in. Hey, Niners, you guys need somebody else. I can help. And God knows who that's going to be.
Yeah.
So,
let me. I'll go in 2 ways with that. Okay. With a lot of the young guys this year, it's been a huge theme. Even the last 2 years, injuries have led to experience. Okay.
Yes.
The next 3 weeks, that's going to have to be a top tier theme for us. We need Akello to bounce back, because he position wise, where he is on the field for a play, he's there. He is diving at these players with the ball, with his face down to the ground, and he's getting no leverage within his tackle. And that wasn't what he was doing for the first 3 games. He was tackling at least at a rate where it would push him to another defender, hold him up. It wasn't a hard hit. It was a wrap up. Let me hold you here and let my guys help me out. And right now he's trying way too hard to make the play, and he's not the greatest tackler. That is a weakness of Akello's coming into the league, and kind of consistently through his career, can he make a tackle to stop a 3-yard gain from becoming 13? That happened 4 or 5 times.
And Alex, you make some great points on that. You know what? I think we got to go. But listen, you know what? I think Akello just needs he missed how many weeks? He's got to get back to being like he was at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying.
What I'm saying, man. We need that.
I noticed the same
that.
thing.
We need that because we need the confidence going into the stretch run that our offense can keep it up too, because we don't want to see one side just completely flop the next 3 weeks, because that could be something of a morale. Killer.
And I think that'll be remedied soon. But hey, Alex, let me see you again. We get ready to do prediction scores on Friday. All right?
Yeah. One last thing.
Real quick.
I think that Odell Beckham might be rocking a red and gold jersey next year, man.
Everybody's talking about it. All right, we'll be getting into that soon enough. All right, fam.
Yes,
We'll see you later. All right. Yeah, that OBJ conversation, wait till the end of the season, but that's going to pick up steam. And the 49ers wanted him anyway. Emmanuel Sanders, Odell Beckham Jr., Debo Samuel. I'm not getting rid of Kendrick. Whew, that right. Give me the four right there. And Jimmy, confident, got work. And you got that running game. I'm signing Mostert to a bigger contract next year. James. Come on there, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, I'm just pumped, man. I'm mainly pumped because I got renewed confidence. I've been defending Jimmy G, but I've been wondering when the real Jimmy G was going to stand up. James, the man stood up and did a jig. James, we still got that issue with the defense. I don't know what we're going to do, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Once again, thank you for what you do.
Thanks,
Glad for
James.
you. And thank you for the livelihood you put in Niner fans' life with this program.
Ah, shucks.
I'll tell
Thanks,
you something.
James.
You know, the caller before he made some valid points about Akello, but I can say this much too. Um, I think in Marcel Harris's case, remember this guy and Tavarius Moore played some real good football last year. And I think he needs to just get acclimated back in the game. But
Agreed.
they got some things to clean up. But I do believe I'm really glad in a way. I'm not wishing any. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. But I also want to see what we got in Contavia Street. And with that being said, it's I hope that there's some. It's not as serious as it is. Maybe it's just like no stress fractures or nothing, but in DJ Jones's ankle because he is a
Oh, he's
solid force
valuable.
on that defensive line.
Yes. He
But
makes a
you
difference.
know, yeah, he makes a big difference. But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, Contavia Street, they don't call him the baby hawk for nothing. So
That's
we're gonna
right.
see. We're gonna
James,
see. And then
James, I heard they both be over there. They warm up with 3 plates on each side. So both of them are strong. So yeah, well, we'll see.
the guy was squatting with 700 pounds. Okay, Contavia Street. That's why he got the name the Baby Hulk. DJ Jones is out of Greenville, South Carolina. His family owns a big barbecue place down there.
I
He
wish I could
loves meat.
taste it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and at the same time, you know, doesn't it? It seems like to me. Remember the first 5 games that Jimmy played in 2017? I think it
I
was in
can't
that
forget
Titans.
him.
I think it was in that Titans game. We had like maybe I don't know. It was like a minute and 4 seconds,
And we was behind.
and we were behind. We were down like by a point or something. It was a minute and 4 seconds left, and it was a field goal fest all day because nobody could score. I mean, Jimmy would get us down there in the red zone. Unfamiliar receivers didn't know the playbook well, but he got us in the red zone. It was like a minute, 3 seconds left on the clock. We got the ball and got it down at the 25. Jimmy got us down there in field goal range, and Robbie Gold kicked the field goal. I was like, man, this guy. And not only that, that very first time he took over for CJ Beathard, and he hit
Came
Lewis Murphy.
in firing.
Listen, that same one of those touchdowns that he threw to Kendrick Bourne in the end zone was basically the same play where he was rolling out, and it's like that gunslinger mentality where he's slinging that ball sidearmed in a way, and it's like poetry in motion, man. It's like watching a beautiful train going down a track, and it's just
James, you just put out something. Have you noticed Jimmy the velocity on that shot? It looks like he just flicked his wrist. I love watching him work.
What makes Jimmy so different amongst other quarterbacks is the anticipation. Now I'm gonna tell you something. When Kyle was flipping around with Dante Pettis and Marquise Goodwin, you couldn't really get a level of consistency. Then Kendrick Bourne would come in, and it would be Kendrick would show up for plays, but then it was some other plays that he was just I don't know. Him and Jimmy were off, but now look at what you're seeing with them guys that Kyle said, hey,
His
these receivers
handpicked.
I can trust.
Huh?
Emmanuel
Yeah.
Sanders, Ebo Samuels, and Kendrick Bourne. These are guys I trust.
And I
They
wish he'd go to
separated
Richie sometime
themselves.
too, because Richie's one of his
Yeah,
four.
yeah, well, Richie, of course, too. But I'm just saying, these are the staple. These are the guys that are the front runners.
Mm-hmm.
These are the guys he's game planning his game around. Not Marquise Goodwin and Dante Pettis. I hope they get an economy package in first class. They can be on the same plane, using the same phone. They go holler at the pack.
You're not
Bill
going to fly,
Belichick.
not even
Anybody.
first class or business?
Man, listen. Long as they turn that gate key, that's all that's important. And their
Oh,
names come off the
God.
top. But
James,
with that being said,
we
yeah,
got to
man.
stop, though. Go ahead and finish
I
that up.
think one thing too, the Falcons, they lost Calvin Ridley, and they
Mhm.
lost their starting cornerback Marcus Trufant is
That's
done for the season, and the Sea Chickens, they lost what is his name, Rashad Penny, he's done
Yep,
for the
running
season.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yes, sir. But anyway,
I know.
Ronbo, once again, man, thank you for what you do, and it's a beautiful thing right now. We're ready. We're ready. The thing about it, even though our defense might not be where the players we want to see on the field, but we're gonna get them all back by week 17.
Mm.
Okay. With that being said, we know our offense can pick it up and get it done for us.
There
So
you go. All
just
right.
continue on, honor empire, honor for life. Have a great evening. Thank you for what you do. Be blessed.
Thank you, James. Have a great night, fam. I look for you this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny, as we talk about Kendrick Bourne, did you see Kyle Shanahan talking about Kendrick today? God, that made me laugh so hard. Because everybody said, is Kendrick serious out there? And Kyle says, yeah, he's always dialed in when it's time to. But when I talk to Kendrick, it's like talking to my son. And he's 9. The whole room makes eyes. It's not, I mean that in a good way. I said, Kendrick just say, that's why Kendrick is the way he is. He's not going to start tripping too hard, but when it's time to get serious, Jimmy says he gets serious in the huddle. So, I like KB the way he is. Stay cool, calm, and collected. Dre, come on. And Dre know what I'm talking about.
What's happening with you, Ronbo? What's going on, my guy?
Oh, fam. Man, I'm just sitting back here and enjoying the whole ride, you know what I'm saying? And we got some characters on this team, Dre. Think about the guys we got. Kendrick, you got George Kittle, who's out his mind. Jimmy G, Mr. Swag. Man, the dude could sell swag. He's got more than he needs. Then you got on defense, you got Fred. Man, these guys, Joe Staley, this team's got personality, everything going on.
Bro. Yeah, those guys are funny, man. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the injuries starting to pile up, Ronbo.
Yeah, they've been piling up for weeks.
Yeah, I'm concerned. Kevin Givens, Ronald Blair, Walla we get Julian Taylor back next week, which is great.
Taylor's only that's going to take about 1 more week to heal? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he'll be back next week. So, I mean, man, this guy's just going to have to step up, Ronbo. That's all it is. Tart, if I was Kyle Shanahan, I would not play him into the playoffs. Sherm will probably get him back for Seattle. D Ford, we're not going to see him to the playoffs. And, I was looking at something from week 1 to week 9, our main guys, Bosa, Buck, all those guys, Armstead, they were averaging 35 to 37 snaps a game. Week 10 to 11, it went up to like 42 for the last 3 weeks. And for the last 3 weeks, man.
Yeah.
For the last 3 weeks, man, these our main core has been averaging 62 to 67 snaps a game.
And Ronnie Blair played how many positions? Ronnie was playing inside and outside, wasn't he? So he was the relief man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were still okay when Ronnie went down. They were still. That's when they went up to 40 to 42. But it just shows how some of the pressure throughout the progression of the game. It scales back a little bit. These guys are a little tired, so that means that these other guys are going to have to come in and really step up, man.
Drake,
That's what it
question.
means.
Could it be the offensive pace of that game we just played? You know, the defense
I mean,
is out there
we just
lot.
played the three best offensive. We just played the three best offensive lines. If you're looking at grades, we just played the three best offensive lines in the league. I mean, Packers got Bakhtiari and those guys. They got 3 Pro Bowlers in their line. You got the Ravens. They got 3 Pro Bowlers in the line. And then you got the Saints. You know what I mean? They might as well have 4 Pro Bowlers in their line.
And then you look at the pace that they were playing at. Now you're really draining that defense.
Not only that, but when we had the raw Ronbo, we were scoring quick.
That's what I'm saying.
So
they didn't get no chance to rest. Yeah.
Nah, they did not. You know what I mean? So I think the 16 missed tackles, you know, that was just something that happens. It's kind of like every team, if their offense is dominant or if it's their defense, vice versa, every team has one game where they're just off. I mean, hell, the Saints just dropped 46 on us, but they scored 9 points against the Falcons just 2 weeks ago, Ronbo. So, I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Every team is just going to have that day where they're off. You know what I mean? There's no way in hell that you would think that offense would only score 9 points against the Falcons. But it happened. So every team's going to have their day where, you know, things aren't just clicking. Another thing, man, D Ford is making $92,000 a snap right now, Rambo. That's how much snaps
sitting down.
Played.
Yeah,
yeah, man. You know, it's kind of worrisome. You know what I mean? I think this offseason when he has that. The thing is, when you have an injury that's nagging and you're waiting to have surgery, when you have a weak knee, other muscles in your body start to compensate what that weakness is.
And injuries occur.
Compensate for that.
Dre, you know what I thought you was getting ready to say? I thought you were getting ready to say, in off season, we need.
Hell no.
Not yet.
Ford ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
No, do you go? I mean, do you look or draft a kick butt? I mean, out of the draft because you don't want to go pay no free agent, but maybe you bring a kid and it's got a huge.
Definitely re-sign Ronald Blair. I think he'll be fine.
That's true. That's true. He's working out now.
You know,
all right. Don't panic. I won't panic.
And go draft the best guy that we can get at a 3rd round value. That's what I would do.
There you go. All right.
You know, but as far as that, man, I think that will be okay.
I hope so. Well, Dre, we're gonna stop. Let me see you Friday when we see what happens next. Make some predictions.
Yeah,
all
man.
right?
Shout out to the TNT fam, man. My player partner Will Trey Trez, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, man, Russo, Shameless, all the guys, man. The injuries are a little bit worrisome, but at the same time, we have a core of guys. And just to make note that New Orleans Saints, they just lost in the game against us. They lost their other defensive end, Marcus Davenport.
Ooh.
And he's 2nd in sacks. So that's basically like us losing Buckner on the other side of Armstead.
Maybe more.
And that's like us losing Buckner, and then Sheldon Rankins is like us losing. That's like us losing Bosa and Buckner.
Oh,
the Sheldon Rankins is
for them anyway.
So
right.
So we're not the only team that got beat up in that game.
No,
you know what I mean? They lost two starters on their D line. So
tight ends.
Yeah, man.
Still got a headache.
Yeah, man. All right, man. I'll see y'all guys later.
All right, fam.
All right, is there a particular order we're putting these in?
No, on these trucks, you set the logo. There's no specific spot.
Okay.
Mel, did we catch you at a bad time? Mel!
Ronbo, what's up, my bro? How you feeling?
Well, we got. You know, this is the thing. We got some insanity on our line. Ronbo. We're trying to keep it down, though. Hey, Mel.
Okay.
Come on, man, because we're celebrating Jimmy G passing this year. A lot of people didn't think Jimmy G could get anything done this year. That they was going to rely only on our defense and our run game. Jimmy G said, hold on, wait a minute. I'm Jimmy G.
No doubt.
Y'all ain't gonna disrespect me like that. I will contribute to this team winning just like everybody else.
Yeah, you know what though, Ronbo? You know what I really love about him more than anything is the fact that the media has been on his back all season long,
every
questioning
week
whether he could get it done right. And it was like no matter what he did, it just wasn't good enough. They would say, "Oh well, you know, he's still untested. We don't know if he can handle this situation." And he went and handled that situation. Case in point, when we played Arizona for the first time. Yeah.
No, is that your phone? There's a tone that keeps going. Is that a fire? What is that?
Oh,
You hear
the
that
beep.
that beep noise? Yeah. Can you
Oh yeah,
escape
yeah.
that?
I'm sorry. I'm at work. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, good. You know what? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You know what? Let me call you back.
You want to do that? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Let me
Mel.
call back.
I'll
All
be
right.
looking for you. Okay.
All right.
In the meanwhile, while Mel gets a spot there, you can get a little clarity. But let's go ahead and see what Justin's got going on. Justin.
How you doing?
I gotta say it. This just in. Hey Justin, man, I'm feeling way above average tonight. Things are going good,
Now, I
but
have
as soon as I see just Jimmy coming in, and all of a sudden they gave him an award, I said, "See, I've been trying. I love to be able to say it later, and I've said it so many times. I told y'all Jimmy G ain't no game manager. This is compared to Alex Smith. Alex Smith." Oh, come on. So, there he is. He's looking good
well,
again.
you see the precision. You see him like managing the game. Alex Smith, he was a good quarterback.
He was.
But he wasn't. He didn't lead. He didn't have that
flair.
where he got that precision or confidence as a leader and he had a little leadership skills, but or he was checking on guys like, hey, what's going on? Like, come on, let's figure out this route. Make sure we figure out. Tennessee game. If you hear of the Mike Duff game, he was still, we were down, and he was like, no, let's go, and he diagnosed the defense, and they won the game because of that, because he was able to see what worked and what didn't,
and telling his receivers, that guy can't do anything with you. You can do this. He showed him. The guy knows what his guys are supposed to be doing. I like that kind of leadership. He's got it. He's got that it factor like crazy. Look what he learned from.
I remember in the beginning of the show, everybody was arguing over Jordan. Oh no, it was just Big Show. Jordan Matthews over Kendrick Bourne. Now that Jordan Matthews is back again.
Wait, Justin. Let me hear you say it again. Who?
Big Show.
And he was talking about who?
Jordan Matthews. Oh my God.
Okay, go ahead, continue. Show, I love you, man.
Well, no. Well, the biggest question is now: does Jimmy G make him a better receiver than he was for the last 3 years? Because Marquise, everyone loves Marquise, but he wasn't really doing anything this year. Apparently he had a mysterious toe injury.
Yeah.
But
there's something going on with him. I don't know what it could be.
But he's had a lot of years in this league, though. Jordan Matthews has a lot of years in this league.
Mm-hmm.
He's been to the playoffs. He's played with 7 different teams.
That's not a good thing.
Do you think that he is a good, reliable receiver down the line for playoffs, or is that just another receiver for we just they inactive him for the game?
Justin, I think he's here for depth. We're hoping that you don't have to use him. You saw him when he went back to Philly. You see that game he was in? That wasn't good. And maybe it was Carson Wentz or something, but I don't know. Hopefully we don't have to use him. He could come in a pinch, I guess, but
I'm just being clear. So our three receivers. That Big Show didn't say that Kendrick Bourne wasn't going to be a good receiver, right? Mm-hmm. And who is our 3 receivers right now? Sanders, Samuel, Bourne. Okay, all right. So I'm just being clear. I'm just being clear.
Gold teethus and all.
yeah, but the DJ Jones. I'm hoping that it's not too bad. DJ Jones is real. It's not too bad. I'm hoping that I think at this point, any player that's injured right now, I think we should just sit him out, wait for playoffs. Because I don't want to.
We need to clinch. We got to win one more game, if nothing else. You clinch the division, you clinch a playoff spot, and then you go for the win. Because it's not real necessary. I think the 49ers travel probably better than any team in the NFL. If you can go into Nolans and do fine, there ain't no place you can't go that ain't going to be fine. I don't want to go to Baltimore. Well, I don't have to worry about Baltimore. It's AFC. We don't want to go to Green Bay.
I just worried about the Seahawks game. The Seahawks game is all I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But, and I think we'll be fine against the Falcons. I think we'll be fine against the Rams. I'm just worried about the Seattle game. The Seattle game is really crucial
You know what we
for
need?
not only for
we need
not
to
only
win
for us,
playoff
but
division
for
or
Jimmy
playoff
G, to
position.
silence those haters. To silence
Yeah.
those haters, because you still have Shannon Sharp saying he throws a pick every game. He's inconsistent. His defense has gone
I
off.
don't trust him. Yeah. Well, you don't have to, Shannon.
Yeah.
He's not your quarterback. So.
Yeah, you played with John Elway for how many years? And and you played Trent Dilfer 1 year, that 1 year quarterback who went to the 49ers. Remember that 1 year? Oh God, he was awful. If anybody remembers him, Trent Dilfer was a 49er quarterback that 1 year.
I blame my organization. Why'd you guys go get Trent Dilfer? Man, come on, man. God. Anyway, that's history. We're okay.
Yeah, and so I'm just gonna say that there's a lot of injuries this year, and hopefully
we'll get over. Just we're out of time. Let's because I started too late, so we can't go too long overtime. So well, Friday, we'll try to get back in there on time.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
All right, good night.
You too, Jesse. Good night. And we're going to the area code is 662. It looks like a Tunisia. Is that right? Am I right on it? Tunisia? Yep. Hello.
Hey, Big Show.
No, I'm not Big Show. Big Show's that other guy. Who is this? Hello? Hello? I think he's having some connection problems. All right, listen, we'll come back and see if we get the connection problem straightened out. Big Phil!
Hey, yo! What is going on, Ronbo?
Now, who is that? Is that the Tunica?
Ronbo! Gang, baby, 11-2, you already know.
All right, who is that? Okay, yo,
Ronbo.
fam. Yeah. Don't unmute yourself. We'll unmute you. Okay, I'll get you in a minute. All right, Phil, go ahead.
All right, man.
Phil, as you can see, I'm in number 10 celebration mode. There's like few things at this particular time that are more exciting to me than the GBG guy. I'm telling you, man. I'm loving it, Phil. He's looking like he used to when we first met him.
Well, I'm totally in the camp of Jimmy G. You know what? But the thing is, I'm worried about this Atlanta game.
How come?
We got to win this game.
I know. And it's not a gimme. I agree.
It's not a gimme. And we got to attack. This game right here, if we win this game, we're in the playoffs.
No matter what. That's right.
And then we only have to win Seattle game. So,
and ideally,
I'm worried about the injuries.
Yeah, I know those
about
are
the injuries.
Yeah, this is why I want to see Nick Mullins start that Seattle game, and I want us to be a Florida game. No, really, I hope the Panthers somehow get tired of getting their butt beat and beat up on the. Because here's the thing, Phil. Quite frankly, to tell the truth, the Hawks don't have a lot of talent. They're getting way on Russie. Now, Russie should not be able to beat a team all by himself. That's why I'm saying it's time for this to end. It didn't happen this last week. The Rams said enough of this, Russ. You're not beating us by yourself.
I'm in agreement.
You know? God.
I'm there.
So.
But you know what? I just think I think we're going to win out. I really do. I think that the Niners are going to go 14-2, and
it'll be tough.
Home field at Levi.
Ooh, for the whole way by the Bay Area is going to be jumping.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So.
Are you concerned about our defense, though, Phil? Just for a second, gravitate toward that. Now, we've got some adjustments to make. If we don't get Hwaski back, it could be risky to bring him out too soon. You want to keep him for the money games. You got to coach Marcel Harris up. Some of these guys, I think they just need a little bit of direction, and I think they could be good. Marcel Harris showed us something last year.
You know what? Everybody has injuries.
Yeah.
Everybody has.
It's true.
So, you know what? It's like Seattle lost for Sharp Penny the other day.
Man, that's pretty serious.
So,
Because that was rolling, actually. Penny and
yeah.
Carson.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, everybody has injuries this time of year.
so it's kind of equal.
Exactly. So, you know what? I just think we need to. We're going to win these games, and I can't see us losing. The next 3 games.
Phil, make you feel better. I got a feeling the pass rush returns this weekend. I mean, they've been tired, drug out. The offensive line, the Falcons' offensive line is we're going to see a reemergence of the kill squad. I got a feeling. this
not
weekend.
only that, but being at home.
And
being
that too.
At home.
Yeah, it's nothing like getting in your own bed. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't see us losing in Atlanta. I just the LA game is going to be a no-brainer. I mean, I just don't think we're going to lose any of the games coming up. So I think we're going to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and our biggest challenge is the Super Bowl.
It should be, right? I mean, we don't win championships. We win Super Bowls.
Exactly. All right, Ronbo.
Phil, good stuff, man. And don't worry about us, man. We're going to be okay. That defense is going to make you feel reassured.
I'm not worried.
Yeah. I just want you to know. That defense is going to reassure you this weekend. Jimmy G's on track. They've got both sides of that ball snapping now. Teams need to be scared. Phil, I'll see you Friday.
They're scared of us. I
should
guarantee it.
I'll see you Friday,
right,
Phil. You have a great night.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Later. And let's go over to Palo Alto, just up the street from Levi's Stadium. Palo Alto, 650.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Who is this?
This is Brady.
Brady? All right, Brady. Well, Brady, are you here tonight to pay homage to one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL? What's going on here?
Literally, Jimmy G's the future, and you can't even deny it.
I'm not either, too.
We need to free up cap in this offseason, re-sign all of our big-name players.
Brady, are you on speakerphone?
No.
Sound a little distant. All right, go ahead. Let's continue. Let's see if maybe it'll get better. All right, go ahead.
I got earbuds in.
Okay. Maybe make sure you speak right into that little mic. All right, go ahead.
Well, we need to free up a lot of cap this offseason. 40% is going to be skyrocketing through the roof. 40% of the already cap. Need to re-sign George Kittle and DeForest Buckner. Those are the 2 only guys. I mean, Breed is going to become a restricted free agent, and Eric's going to become unrestricted. But you know what? Wait.
No, I'm just saying, Brady.
Where are your eyebrows? Where are your eyebrows at, you dumb man?
It's a troll. Hang that troll up. He's in Palo Alto? Get him out of here. He's not serious. All right. Oh, God. I sold him to Jimmy G. Hey, Dion.
So, what's going on, baby?
D winning. Jimmy G's going nuts. Dude is stepping back into back to being G. Tell you, man, this is like getting crazy. What do you think of D?
Ronbo, Jimmy been Jimmy all year long, man. I don't care who these people are, all these commentators, everybody. I don't trust them, this, that, and the third. Let me prove this to you. The only thing Jimmy got to prove to anybody is to himself and to the 49ers organization. All these commentators can kiss my ass.
Oh,
they can
agreed.
be as mad as they can. At the end of the day, Jimmy G is a top 10 quarterback. You cannot deny it. You saw what he went in there and did. And all the people talking about, he throws an interception. half them interceptions wasn't even his fault. We know that last one that happened in the game slipped right through Emmanuel Sanders' hands, so that wasn't his fault. But
He's got a lot of those.
We made a couple of roster moves, Ronbo, that was completely lackluster. We
I
signed
know, right?
Jordan Matthews again, Mr. Cement Shoes, and we signed Dante. Now, Dante honestly is only there because we need depth at the cornerback position while Sherm is out. You'll see Dante get cut again. And it's so the same. It's the same for Jordan Matthews.
He won't move out of his house, though.
Yeah, no.
Because he knows he'll be back.
You'll see Jordan Matthews. Oh, yeah. Jordan Matthews will be on the sideline, probably inactive, just there for depth because they may or may not have Dante this week, but we don't really need him any damn way because it's all about KB, E-Man, and Devo. And pretty much, man, the one thing everybody was talking about the injuries, Ron, but we have 11 players on IR.
We got that many? Not the double digit again. Oh, no. I didn't know we had that many.
Yeah, Ronbo. I can
Some of
tell
them have
you
been with
right
us all
now,
year, though. Because when you look at
So we have 6 players on defense and 5 players on offense, and then the only 2 players that are really on IR. Because Kentavious Street, from what I hear, is practicing at the moment because they're going to try to bring him up for D-line depth, of course. But the only real players besides Street that really matter that are on IR is Devontae Moore, Ronald Blair, Trent Taylor, and Hurd. That's literally it. Everybody else who's on IR are all just like people we aren't going to need, save for Weston Richburg, but we know Richburg going to be out for a minute. So the beauty of this, though, is, Ronbo, we always have our next man up mentality, and there's nothing to be worried about. Garland is going to be perfectly fine at center because he messed with the offensive line all season. So this is not going to be a step back. It's not like him and Jimmy have to get, the hiking down or the shotgun put down, any of that. Like, he's perfectly fine. And then when it comes to receiving, like, people are looking at us and going, we should kill the Falcons. The only thing I will say is we got to be mindful because they have nothing to lose at all.
I know. Those are dangerous. Yeah, that's true.
Those are the most dangerous things. And Matt Ryan, I am 100% sure he is still not happy about what Navarro Bowman did to him years ago. I know he's pissed off about that. I know that sticks in his car every single time. So the only people you really have to stop are 3 people is Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and Devontae Freeman. Because though Freeman's been on the mend, he's still a dual threat guy. But here's the thing. The only person we don't have real intel on and have a way to really stop is Julio Jones. Now, if we only have him trying to get his, then that's not a big deal. You know why? Because Tevin was there with Devontae, and he was there with Matt Ryan, and so was Shanahan. So they already have the inside track. They sitting down with Saleh going, hey, man, look, this is his tell. This is what he does. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And then next thing you know, you're good. And then we got the other tight end, Austin Hooper. Now, last couple of weeks, tight ends have been murdering us.
I know.
And the thing about that, though, is we need Saleh to get out of that, or if everybody plays their gaps and does what they do, the system will work. He needs to learn.
Hey, Robert, he's not that talented like that. I mean, you get Kwaski could do that, but Marcel doesn't.
Yeah, because you gotta have. But I'm saying you got to have somebody man up and take that dude. Like, take that tight end. Like, at least you got to play man on the tight end because the tight end finds soft spots in the zone. And they've been doing that to us for the last couple of weeks with Baltimore, Seattle, and just recently with the Saints. The tight ends were killing us. So we have to be smart because Austin Hooper ain't no joke.
No,
that's a good tight end.
No. I seen him beat up. That was him killing the Saints.
But it's not for me. Like I said, we just got to be mindful because they have nothing to lose and they would love to spoil what we have, and we just have to keep winning. Do I feel like we're going to win this game? I feel like we're going to win this game. We'll kick their ass. But we still got to be smart about it. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah. Julio, you know what? I like the idea. We're going to put, I'm sure Spoon's going to be doing it. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, right. Spoon's going to be Julio. Yeah, that's a guarantee because he got to take Uncle Sherm's spot.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is you have
you'll have E-Man on whoever it is because Ridley's out for the year. So there's
And I
no
trust
Calvin
E-Man,
Ridley.
too. D, our time's up already. D, we'll see you Friday, all right?
You know I'm be on this Friday, Ronbo, man. I was very surprised you jumped on tonight. I was like,
I know I couldn't stand it.
Ronbo must be feeling good.
I
knew it. I knew he was good. He's real happy with Jimmy and everything, man. But hey, look,
I couldn't wait.
appreciate what you do. You know, appreciate the platform, brother. I'll
Thanks,
see you
D.
on Friday. With everybody else calling in, remember, at the end of the day, we're gonna kick the Falcons' ass. This is a foregone conclusion. We need to be mindful of them, but we don't need to be that mindful.
Yeah.
They're still 4-9, and we're still 11-2, about to be 12-2.
Good stuff, Dion. And hey, you see Dion in the chat? Click him up. Dion's got content rolling. Jump on it. Friend him up. Subscribe. All right, D. See you later.
Good night, Ronbo.
Night. Let me let's go. Hey, Daryl.
Yo, Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Daryl, man, just kicking back here. I'm just so overjoyed. I saw Jimmy G that I remember from a couple of years ago, and I think he's getting comfortable in Kyle Shanahan's offense. I'm seeing him dancing around in the pocket, directed his receivers, throwing dimes. I mean, I'm just absolute, had to be exactly the right spot shots. Kendrick Bourne standing there dancing around that D. I said, that's the Jimmy G I remember. See, I'm feeling good about our chances going forward now. Real good. I was feeling good anyway, but now it's like, whoa. Loving it.
Yeah. And Garoppolo, he's been playing his game. Well, the last couple of weeks, he's really been playing a lot better. It's just that, early in the season, it was kind of like up and down. Well, plus, people forget. I mean, we all shouldn't forget, us fans. This guy came off an injury, but to all the people that don't know him or hate him, forget this guy came off a knee injury. So it's going to take time, for these guys, to get back into their form, in their game. But I say after that Pittsburgh game, that showed that, hey, I think he's gaining, his confidence. He's gaining all that back to where he left off the season before that, before the injury. So, but I just love, his confidence, his leadership. If they show those moments, him mic'd up or something, or if they show the sidelines on, on TV, you can see that he's talking to the guys. He's giving them high fives. Just showing hope for the guys. I mean, if you're a quarterback, you got to have that leadership role, obviously. And I'm glad he's there. Like talking to the guys. Keeping the guys focused. And from that Saints game, every time the camera kept zooming in, into his eyes, you could just tell the look in his eyes, his confidence,
you saw that?
his focus.
That? Yes. Loved it. He's looking like he knows. Like, I know what I'm doing. Let's go. I'm back. Dang! Boom! 75-yard touchdown. Sanders. Oh, see, that's 2 weeks in a row. Because he threw that shot down to Debo last week. Debo was more about that than the pass, but still, it's a long shot downfield. We're going downfield a lot. And by the way, Daryl, do you believe Sanders can throw the ball like that? Do you know that was an off-balance shot because the receiver was grinding him into hamburger, and he still got that ball off? Sanders is shocking. That was a nice shot way downfield.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I thought it was just, to me, it looked like one of those, those triple, what do they call it, those shovel or those triple, like, jet sweeps. I thought it was a trick sweep play gone wrong or something. So I seen him throw it up. I'm like, oh. And then Mostert, I'm like, I lost it. I'm like, oh, my God, that was just out of the trick bag right there. Right? Oh, my God.
He's got more, don't you? Shanahan's, he's opening up the playbook now that he's got guys that can get the job done. And that one that almost killed Juice, man, the 49ers, there's nothing boring about this offense, Daryl. And
nope. This shows that, this offense, if the defense can't do it, this offense sure can. It's just like perfect example, like, the Saints game and then that Arizona game back on Halloween night when the defense, was off.
Yeah.
That's when, Garoppolo delivered when he needed to.
Yeah.
Like, show up when you need to. But come on, that Saints game, that's not enough, to the haters. come on.
No, they got
not
to
only
back up.
Garoppolo, but this team can do it, man. They got it. Defensively, like we talked about, I believe, well, at this juncture now, with the injuries and whatnot, but I think this is the time, when, of course, they say next man up, and then these guys have a big opportunity to really make something for themselves, the ones who have to step in. I mean, of course, we've talked about Marcel Harris, and his struggles, but there'll be a time, to like, this guy just needs a little bit more coaching up or something.
And
see
more
what
reps.
happens, but
yeah, because he hasn't been playing this.
a lot more reps for sure. Yeah, a lot more reps for sure. But if something happens, we don't want the worst for that. But if something happens, like what happened last on Sunday, about him getting beat right there in that zone, then it's time for coaches to have a talk with him. Like, hey, you just stick to your man and just don't freeze a lot, because you notice on a lot of those zones or those hooks, these guys just freeze. Same thing with the linebacker. I believe, what was it? It wasn't Greenlaw. It was Shair, I think.
Yeah.
With the tight ends.
God.
Yeah. Some of them were freezing a little bit. I'm like, why are you stopping?
Yep.
Like,
he's
come
out
on,
of position
man.
about
It's
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll get it.
Yep.
It just takes film study, and then you apply yourself accordingly, and let the coach cuss you out in the middle of the practice, and then you get it. It's just the process, Oh God, we'll be all right.
Yeah,
but Daryl, go ahead.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so, man. It just happens. We're at this point in the season. Hey, we're gonna make that push, man. Like I said, we're all talking about that Seattle game in a few weeks. Because that's really, like we said, man, that's gonna determine who's gonna take this division, and that home field, man. We need that home field, that bye is at this point now. That bye is a must for sure.
Got to have the rest, because our guys need time to heal up. Daryl, good stuff as usual. I'll look for you on Friday, fam.
All right, Ronbo, man.
Daryl, good night.
Have a good one.
You too. And let's go back to 662 Tunica. Is it Tunica? It has to be Tunica. Hello. Hello again.
Hello?
Yes. Hello, what's this?
Yeah, this is Maurice.
Maurice? What's up, Maurice?
Yeah, I'm for man. Yeah. I got a Mississippi area code, but I've been a 49er fan since a long time, since Jerry Rice was playing with him.
All right, Maurice. So, Maurice, you have went through the painful, sluggish periods, seen the heyday, and went through another period, had the Harbaugh era, another sad moment in the 49ers history. And Maurice, how you feeling now? You got your quarterback, you got a defense that looks solid, you got a coach that is out of his mind when it comes to play design offensively, you got a good defensive coach. Maurice, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. We got a complete team.
That's it.
Everybody got to fear us.
We got to, unless they crazy.
Yeah, they got to fear us some kind of way, either on defense or on offense. They can pick their own poison.
No escape. I love this. And the offense is the defense was dominating. They carried us for those first 5 or 6. What am I talking about 10, 11? They carried us all the way up until week 8, week 9, when Jimmy got on his horse against the Cardinals. But since then, the offense has been coming on. Kyle said, y'all, receivers, if you ain't getting nothing done, I'm going to have you sit down. And boy, the last 2 weeks, we've been cooking. So
yeah, they got to, they had to step up. It was either ball or not.
And Maurice, if Matty B is if him and Mostert are tag teaming against the Falcons this weekend, Falcons already said something about that in the media. Quinn is worried about the 49ers running, because I'm talking Mostert is red hot right now. Everybody knows you can't let Matty B hit the side. I mean, it's just, we are cooking.
You know what? We're speaking at the right time.
Yes, exactly.
It's good that the defense can't do what they did in the beginning of the season. Now the offense picking up. So now when we win these rest of the games out, let us get home field advantage and rest our defense. Defense got banged up. We played that Ravens game, and that's the game was like that. You know, that Ravens game was a tough one. It wasn't no, you know.
Maurice, let me ask you: Can we deal with the Ravens next time we see them? You know, yeah, because I think that's going to be your AFC winner.
I feel like we can take them. You know,
what would you do
only
different?
People he can throw is the tight end. So if you cover that gap, don't let them stretch the field with him. Just monitor to see what he's gonna do. You can contain him some kind of way. But if you try to, you know,
don't chase him.
That's
what Zacha.
Don't even kind of like him. Kind of just you know, just have awareness of what to do. You know what I'm saying?
They got to take better angles. I don't know who they could use to practice with, but you got to take two guys. Got to be able to zero in on him at once. When you seen that touchdown he ran against the 49ers up against the goal line, Zacha was supposed to stay home. He went for the fake into the middle, and he just saw that.
The same thing too.
Yes, Armstead bit on every fake all day.
Yes. Don't even worry about hitting that running back. Just make sure he don't beat us, because he can make more moves to beat us than Ingram would. Ingram just gonna
muscle.
You know what I'm saying? He just gonna be a runner. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be all that bottom. You know what I'm saying? You better catch up to him.
But they don't really beat teams. You know, they did just barely get away from Buffalo. They barely got away from us. You may be getting away, but they're good.
Right. So their offense is really not that dynamic as you think, but they just got a dynamic player. So you just have to sustain him in a way where you make him where you look at you have to run it. You're not going to beat us through. Have to run it. So
do not get behind. Don't get behind.
Yeah. You can't.
Well, Maurice, don't be a stranger, man. You know, I'm glad to meet you. We're going to go. And if you get a chance Friday, we always like to get in here and talk about the scores and predictions. Maurice, man, let's see. Can you see this weekend?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm glad you hit me up.
Oh, Maurice, my pleasure, fam. I'll see you this weekend then.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Have a good night.
Oh, yeah.
And here he comes. You know, it's funny. And Jersey Joe must love this. You know, every time we make mention of Big Show, anybody says anything, Big Show's monitoring. He's waiting for his name to be called. And let me go ahead and call it. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. So, come on in here and tell us how much you appreciate Kendrick Bourne, will you please?
Can you come back? Can you come back to me? Can you come back to me in like 5 minutes and I know right now?
Okay. Joe, what's up? What's going on with your signal?
I'm on the treadmill right now. Can you come back to me? Like 2 minutes.
Okay, you going to take 10 more minutes on the treadmill?
No, 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes. All right, Joe. I mean, Joe, you got to sprint that last 2 minutes. Let's go. We'll get back to you in a couple of minutes. Hey, Ellis.
Yo, Ronbo.
Ellis. Ellis. Ellis, I'm feeling so comfortable now because I'm comfortable knowing I got an offense and a defense. What we just seen in Nolans, I don't believe that. I think the defense ain't going out like that any further. So, I was just wondering when the offense would start joining the party. I mean, fully joining it, and I'll be go-to straight to you-know-where. 48 points. What? Oh, against the Saints, who's supposed to be number 3 against the run. I got to admit, though, if Jared Cook would have been in that game, I'm not sure what would have happened. Anyway, Ellis, how you feeling about Jimmy G and the offense?
You know what? It's a family affair. Now we're all included. Defensively, offensively, we're now. I think it's an official complimentary football. I think it's already been there, but the fact that now we can
when one is not, the other is picking up, and so so on and so forth. That's championship caliber team stuff. You know what I mean? It's like
exactly
that. Being able to depend on one another on each side of the ball is very important. And I'm thankful. Like I said, man, the depth that we have with this team and the hunger, it's like the best group of guys that you could possibly have. I mean, Ronald Blair, Demontre Moore, Kentavious Streets, and just all of these different guys. Emmanuel Mosley, look how he came in, and they were talking about him in camp and how he was really impressing, the coaching staff and whatnot. And and we see why he was so impressive to the
he's
to
better
the
than I
staff
thought.
because
exactly
what it was that because of what he's doing right now. So I just, man, I don't know what to say. I feel like it's all systems go now. We got to run through Atlanta real quick, get that out the way. We'll be officially clinched, I believe, the playoff berth.
Yeah, guaranteed a spot with 12.
Yeah. So then we get that out the way, and then we close out. You know what I mean? And I think that's the most important, to close out. I don't want to say of course we can maybe afford one other loss, but it better not be to those Seahawks. And I prefer that we not lose any more games. That's just me.
Ellis,
I don't even go ahead.
I want to ask you. Here's the thing. And on chat, same thing. If you have to lose to one of the teams between the Falcons, the Rams, and the Seahawks, which one is none of them acceptable? But which one can you not throw up over?
It would be between the Falcons and the Rams, of course. I don't think.
The Hawks ain't even in it. Exactly. So that whittles it down.
Yeah, we have to complete that mission. We need, that I wouldn't say notoriety, but we need to solidify and at least split that, that win-loss percentage. And when it comes to the Seahawks, because
sweeping the Rams
they've been a thorn in our side for too long. Oh yeah, definitely.
So you probably agree with me. You're getting ready to say the Falcons, you can handle that. If we beat the Rams and the Seahawks, that's cool as can be.
Go ahead and have an upset. Let us be taking them lightly or whatever, or let the Atlanta Falcons, considering like we all are saying they don't have much to lose. They got one on us, but they're not going anywhere, and we're on to the real deal, which is closing out these two, league opponents, and that way, we can
division.
We can really feel good in going to the postseason. We need that home field advantage. That's very important, like everybody's saying. And I'm just hoping that we can get the defense all on one accord. Considering we got some guys out, and that everybody can really play complementary and take it serious. Especially with Marcel Harris. I think he's really a good player. So as long as we can get him. They better not put Dante Johnson in there. I feel like he was getting burned. I wonder if he's gotten in it. Seemed like the last 2 or 3 years. I don't know.
Could he still be bad though? I wonder, has Dante learned enough to stop making the same mistakes? He's always available though, so I guess not. You're always available, Dante. Anytime I call, you always answer the phone. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Really?
I'm down the street. I'm down the street. I'm pulling up. That's ridiculous.
I knew you was gonna call me.
Exactly. What happened to the guy that we got, that corner? I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. The guy with the dreads who was injured. I don't know why I can't remember his name.
Corner.
It's on the tip of my tongue. He's one of the new guys that we had gotten this year, that Shanahan got, and he was a little banged up, and he was out for like a while.
Jason Verrett. Wow.
Jason Verrett.
Yes.
Where is Jason
Where's
Verrett?
Jason
Where the
Verrett?
hell has he been?
Nobody's asking.
He was Go ahead.
No, I just said nobody. The media didn't ask. Nobody's asking. Where's Jason Verrett, Coach? Nobody's saying a word. He's not hurt now.
I'll tell you what. He got smoked when he came in the game, so I'm not calling for him. I think it would be a coin flip between him and Dante Johnson at this point. But you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I do want to know more about it. Ellis, we got to pull up. Let me see if Friday have that score ready. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go Niners. Shout out to you, Ronbo.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for your time, as always. And
my pleasure.
Go Niners. Let's go.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Right.
Yeah, Ellis brings up, I forgot all about Jason Verrett. All about him. Oh, well, hey. I wonder if he's got his last couple of minutes done. He's probably, hey, man, the show's probably worn out. Should we wait? No, I got to do it now. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. So, have you finished?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I have, and unfortunately, I cannot sprint as of right now because I'm about to have my hernia operated on here pretty soon. So I gotta.
I can't believe you're on that.
I have a little.
You're doing that with a hernia?
I can't either. I'm doing it until my doctor says I can't do it anymore. So,
I had that operation it's been almost 3 years now. Don't you feel that?
Well,
when you're standing?
The only time I feel it is when I am laying down. That's about it.
Oh, really? I felt good when I laid down because
yeah.
It slips back in underneath the abdominal wall. It's when you're standing up and pressure's coming on that abdominal wall. So you're like, but you're special.
Yeah, actually, a couple of times I felt pressure on it. I stood up from the bench. I got up off of the bench, and I thought I pulled a growing muscle because that's what it felt like. And I had a hernia operation when I was about 5 or 6 years old because it tore open again, so I'm going to have it repaired here pretty soon. So,
did the doctor show you that little? The doctor showed that little piece of. It looks like a little piece of gauze they're going to put in there, and the procedure is better nowadays. So.
No, not yet. I haven't heard from my surgeon yet. So yeah.
So I got to tell you though, don't keep pushing that. I'm telling you, you could actually bleed to death if your intestine slips out between the abdominal wall. If it contracts, it could cut your intestine. Man, don't do that. Get this procedure done.
Yeah.
Anyway. Before you bleed out, go ahead and show. You heard us talking about you tonight. What's going on, my boy Kendrick Bourne? We mentioned you.
You know me, Ronbo. I always come here with the devil's advocate point of view ever since I started calling in here. That's how I became a little bit
famous,
well known on here. Because I always argue with you, and unfortunately, as of right now, we have. We're coming near the off season right now. We're 3 games. We still have the playoffs and everything, but I don't know what's going to happen during that time. But as of right now, we have $24 million in cap space remaining to spend on players. And
how about the annual increase? That's not including the annual increase, right? Yeah.
No, but the players we still have to pay are.
And then that's true.
We still have to pay Ben Garland. We still have to pay Sheldon Day. We still have to pay Eric Armstead. We still have to, which I just read recently, we're going to franchise tag him, and that's going to cost about $16 million right there if we franchise tag him, which I think we'll do. And then we still have to pay Ronald Blair and
all those guys. All his contracts are ending at the same time, aren't they?
Matt Brees up for a contract. At George Kittle, I don't know if we have to pay him right away. And
no,
also
you go ahead.
Buckner,
that's right. He's not a first round pick.
So.
No, it's not 4 years yet.
Unfortunately,
this is 3.
Unfortunately for Kendrick, he may be a cap casualty because when you're a playoff team in a Super Bowl.
Oh, whoa! I got to throw the challenge flag on that show. Hey!
No. I said he may be a cap casualty because you still have to give DeForest and George Kittle those huge contracts, and you still have to pay Emmanuel too. Because we haven't paid Emmanuel Sanders yet too.
Oh.
And Jalen Hurts coming back from injury too.
I'm getting rid of Dante. And Marquise is having his last season with us.
Yeah.
Where else can we cut some fat?
To replace those guys, I think they're going to be going through the draft again. So those are cheaper options right there,
Yeah.
And Kendrick is a free agent in 2020. So,
I know. Can't have it.
You can't keep everybody on this team, unfortunately.
You're just going to ruin my day, right?
I'm not ruling him out right now. I am not ruling him out right now. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying he may, unfortunately, be a cap casualty.
You had to use Kendrick as a cap casualty.
Well, who else is there? Ben Garland's been phenomenal. Sheldon Day's been phenomenal. You have Julian Taylor coming up, and you have DJ Jones coming up, too. Like, you got to save money for that.
No, DJ Jones, these guys are all, they got another year.
No, I know that in rookie year, but eventually down the road you're going to have to. You know what I mean? So
there could be some things you could rearrange between now and then.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody else out there
Besides
that
my
we're
man
not gonna
Kendrick.
pay.
Boy, show you ain't right.
Well,
you know what?
let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. He's extremely lucky he even made the team this year. He won by
Jersey, run him over.
because he won by default because Jalen Hurd got knocked out with an injury, and so did Trent Taylor. He was on his way out this year. He got extremely lucky to make the team.
Show.
I'm just telling the truth. That's what I do.
No, you're not. You're just telling the big show. Listen, show.
I'm presenting the devil. I'm presenting the devil.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on you, show. You're out of this game. We gotta go, show.
Anyways, as far as Contagious Street goes, Ronbo, as far as Contagious Street goes, he played alongside Bradley Chubb at North Carolina State, and they had that team within the top 10 for a good portion of the college football season. During that year, they played together. And the one thing I love about Contagious Street is his size. I mean, for God's sake, the guy just squatted 700 pounds recently, and that's what unfortunately triggered his injury again. But the one thing I love about him is his bend and his quickness off the edge. Like he pairs well with really decent edges, so he can go off.
I agree.
Don't have any
you got a lot to say. I can see. We're gonna show. Pick it up from here on Friday,
right,
okay?
For sure. Don't get all wee-weed up, everybody. Don't get all wee-weed up. Go call on Philo if you get tired of what I say. All right, have a good night.
You too, Show. Show comes in and just rains on a man's parade. Hey, Jay.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Jay, man, I was sitting here, man, and I was feeling good till Show came in and financially made a cut, man. And he had to use my boy Kendrick. I'm not paying him any no mind now. 49ers will figure this out.
Please don't. He a KB hater.
I know. KB's not going anywhere. We're gonna cut Show, But go ahead.
Look, KB ain't. He ain't gonna come out here and get a $10 million contract, maybe $5 million a year, something we can keep on the books. You know what I mean? They can cut Jared McKinnon contract and give it to him.
I've been curious about Jared McKinnon, but at this point now, if it's gonna cost me Kendrick Bourne, Jared, I mean, man, I can't get rid of Kendrick, man. You got to go. I got plenty of running backs.
Nah, they saved $3.98 million by cutting Jared this all season. So
that helps. Everything helps. That's nearly $4 million.
Yeah, we got 4 running backs, so it ain't a priority to keep them.
And Jeffrey Wilson Jr. And these contracts say Jeffrey Wilson Jr.'s contract. Oh, he's on an undrafted free agent. When did he start with us? It's been 2 years already, right? He's got one more year, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of these free agents that we do have, a lot of them not going. We thinking about big time player contracts, 50, 60 mil. These players ain't going. They're not going to get them.
You have to break the bank. Yeah.
You ain't got to break the bank, and they can always restructure Jimmy's contract or definitely restructure D Full contract.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, please. Jay, do we really need to add a free agent next year? Can we work with our youngsters? Do we really need more? Now that I thought about it, do we really need to sign another free agent?
Nah, we just need to re-sign everybody. Jimmy coming up. Get Jimmy about 5 mil. And we could sign if we do sign a free agent, let it be somebody like a dominant player like AJ Green or somebody. Who's gonna take us over the top for the next couple of years.
Jay, are we keeping CJ Beathard for another year?
I mean, if he under contract.
Yes, indeed. Just CJ's such a nice guy. I don't like to say anything bad about him. Here's the thing that we're going to come to, and it's going to be some argument about this in the offseason. Watch when people start talking about Solomon Thomas. Maybe we can pick up the 5th year on Solomon T.
Yeah, they're going to pick it up because we need that depth. It just shows now how all the injuries we having through our defense, and we need that depth all around.
You definitely do. Because dudes be getting hurt. And the first-round draft pick, you know what? Solomon T's going to get re-signed. I have a feeling you can't get rid of him, because you're not going to get a lot better.
And then he like I was talking about the rest of them. He's not gonna get a big contract. He ain't been doing that. Only one going on that D line right now is Buckner and Armstead.
True. Because I can play. Because Ronnie Blair can come in there and do what Solomon T is doing. I don't even know what Contavious Street can do. So when they sit down to the table with Solomon and say, Solomon, you know what? You want to be a part of this family, don't you? I want you to be. But let's consider your role and your contribution. And I'll look at this figure right here. I slide that toward him. Now, can you agree to that?
Yeah, that's definitely. Because he ain't starting. He ain't making, no first round top number 1 third pick overall type of noise like Bosa.
Yes. Now that's who's going to cost us some money in a couple of years. Whew, man, his importance.
We got Barad back there.
Oh,
he's gonna take care of all that.
Yeah, and I like the D Ford restructure contract because D Ford he's gonna have a procedure on his knee this year. We don't know what he's gonna be like coming out of that, and that's gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah, and he ain't live up to his contract this year.
I know. See,
6.5 sacks, always hurt.
Always. Of course, I can't get on about that because I'm the one who always defended J-Dub every time he got hurt, and everybody, get rid of that man. That boy ain't doing enough for us. He can't play that way. I was trying to tell people, man, you wait. If he ever gets healthy, y'all will see something special. Sure enough, look at J-Dub.
Yeah, but D Ford only had one good year when you look at his career. He's been
I know, right?
About 7 years.
Last year. That's
still
true.
a good player, but you got like they say, the best ability is the availability.
I know.
He ain't been available.
Anyway. But, hey, Jay, I'm going to see you Friday, man. If you get some time, I'll be looking for your score and why you think it's going to happen. All that good stuff. All right?
Already, I'll be here.
All right,
Y'all
Jay.
have a blessed night.
Hey, fam. Great to hear from you. Talk to you later.
All right. Niners!
Jay! All right.
Woo!
Man. This offseason is going to be insane. Because we're going to think we're all that and we got to manipulate bodies and everything. You know how people get, man, they don't care about nobody after it's salary cutting time and can we afford to keep this guy. I'm keeping Kendrick Bourne's show. I don't care what you come up with, what scenario. Kendrick Bourne remains in the red and gold.
You know just forget it. I'm not going to buy shit to bake no more.
Who is that? What did we just hear? Oh, is that Rudy? Is that you? That voice sounds awfully familiar.
Ronbo.
Who is this?
This is Rudy.
Rudy, we've been looking for you, and Will's been looking for you for weeks. What brings you to town?
But you know what, Ronbo, first of all, I got to congratulate you guys. You guys deserve where you're at. I got to give even Garoppolo props in the last game. He didn't game manage. He actually played a hell of a game. I got to give it to you guys. So I just want to start off with that. And I've been on a few times, but I can't get through because all the bandwagon 49er fans are coming on now.
Oh, there's the real Rudy shows up. I know. No, it really is Rudy. Rudy, you were talking in a way there for a moment. I didn't know who you were. And then suddenly, the Rudyism. Man, Rudy.
Hey,
yeah,
I got to give you props, Ronbo. You guys look good. You guys look good.
Well,
and,
thanks. Thanks.
And,
thanks.
I
got to admit, you guys have looked different the last couple of weeks, too. I was, thankful.
Well, you know what? Our offensive line's been in shambles. We lost to Pittsburgh. We can't get nothing going, with our offense. It relies on a lot of timing and stuff. And we finally, last couple of weeks, the rookies have been playing better, so that's good for next year. But we still have a chance to get in the playoffs. And if we're playing like we do now, we're going to be tough. Hopefully we can get in there because now it's different. You saw us get off last week against the Seahawks.
Yes, indeed.
We should have beat them the last game. We should have beat them the last game when we missed the field goal. We're only a couple games back where we could be. We'd be in the thick with you guys, but we'll see what happens with you guys in Santa Clara. We owe you guys one.
Yeah.
That game killed me. That game killed me because it was 7-7. It was 7-7 going into the third quarter, and then our rookie running back fumbled the ball. You guys picked it up and got in there,
and
then,
gained momentum and went buck wild. True.
Yeah, and then we were on the goal line and we couldn't get in there because of that offensive line. You guys stopped us on the goal line. People forget, and then we
Rudy,
dropped
got to give my defensive line some credit, man. They've been giving a lot of people trouble this year, and I don't know that it's all your offensive line's fault.
Well, I recognize. Well, offensive line. That's why we couldn't get nothing going. We got a couple of good plays. We made Garoppolo fumble. We took it past midfield. We couldn't do nothing with it, and because you guys are looking good, both and all the guys. I just got to give you guys props. The record is what it is. You can't say nothing. I just wish that we were playing the way we were in the beginning, so that we would be up there higher. But whatever happens. We'll see you guys in Santa Clara. And if we don't get there, then you guys better take it home for the NFC West. Don't let the Patriots win again. They got caught cheating again. They probably cheated us again in the Super Bowl. That's why they kept that close. They got caught cheating against the Bengals. But we'll see what happens, man.
I got to tell you, the Patriots are not going to the Super Bowl. I feel bad for Tom Brady. This is going out like that. He may leave the Patriots because they've got no offensive weapons. Tom's over there yelling at the people on the sidelines. I've never seen what I'm seeing now. They're not going to beat the Ravens are going to beat them. It's going to be between the Ravens and Kansas City for the AFC Championship because the Kansas City's coming up.
I think you guys can take Kansas City. You guys already beat the Ravens, but it was rainy conditions, and you guys still on the road. You guys still played good. But Lamar Jackson, if it's not rainy conditions, man, that guy's like Michael Vick in his prime. If you don't stop him, he's gone. He's gone. So
he does work.
Good luck to you guys, man. I'm looking forward to Santa Clara. I'll call in if we lose or win. But if we can't get in there, Ronbo, you guys take it home for us. Because we have the toughest.
You're making me feel bad, Rudy. Okay, we were never this nice to you, Rudy. Here you're coming in with all these props. All right, you got it, Rudy.
Well, I got to give it to you. The record is what it is. Garoppolo's he stood in there. He didn't play good at the beginning of the year. And, I can't say nothing to our quarterback has played like crap in the beginning, but he's starting to turn around with our offensive line.
True.
Playing better, but,
Rudy,
all right, Ronbo, you guys have a good night.
You too, Rudy.
Okay, we'll see you guys in
later.
a couple weeks.
All right.
Okay. Don't forget to check out how we whip on the 40 on the Cowgirls.
Oh, yeah.
We got
That's always entertainment.
We're going to put them out. Okay, Ronbo, have a good night.
All right. Bye, Rudy.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Tyrese. See, Tyrese, people are asking about you, Tyrese. I know you're watching, man. Come on now. We had an agreement. You was going to come back in here if the Saints would have won and have me eat crow without, no gravy on it or nothing. And now we can't find you, and we've been paging you for days. Look at you. Boy. And let's go to Sacramento 916. Sacramento.
Hello, Ronbo.
Hey, who is this?
This is Chenille.
All right, Chenille. Yeah, Chenille, man, I got you. I got the ID to say who it is. I used to. Chenille, what's happening?
On Monday, I tried to call you. I think the phone lines went off.
Yeah, I got to remind if you call in, if you call in late, sometimes we cut the line at a certain hour, so we can finish everybody off. Yeah, so you got to get a little earlier. So, but Chenille, Jimmy G is like the player of the week. We haven't had that since 2012, and of course quarterbacks anyway. And we're pretty much rolling as a real live team. People are respecting us and putting us number one in their power rankings and stuff. Well, number two. The Ravens are still number one. I hate that, but But Chenille, are you celebrating Jimmy G? What are you thinking?
Oh, he's doing tremendous. He has a good season this year. He's been doing good. And he had a really good game against the Saints. I think what he needs to do for next year also, when he was at New England, he should take a page from Tom Brady's book and have that contract restructured so we could also try to get more guys in as well.
I wonder if he would consider that. Chenille, That's you know what though, he needs a few. Tom's got so many endorsements and he's got TB12 and he's got all these things. Jimmy doesn't have all that yet. So, but you're right. But Jimmy's contract's not going to be up for a while.
How about this? How about JG10?
It has a nice sound to it, doesn't it? You know, because Tom built a whole facility, and I think he's got a staff, and I mean, you know, he does a lot of things. You got to eat weird things like Tom for a while to make people believe, you know, like tell people what is that Tom never eats? Is it tomatoes or strawberries? I never eat strawberries, right?
I think so. I don't know what he eats, but he's a very good quarterback as well. But we got the better version. We got the version that Bill Belichick wanted.
If you listen to Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless arguing, yeah, you know, Belichick definitely wanted Jimmy G.
Speak for yourself. Marcellus Wiley, that's his name. Marcellus Wiley and Jason Whitlock, especially Jason Whitlock. He's a clown. So it's just hilarious hearing them.
Oh.
And Stephen A. He's giving Jimmy Garoppolo more props.
Yeah.
With the Saints win, but he's low key
Spears.
giving him a little bit of props.
Yeah, Marcus Spears is all of a sudden straightened up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these guys.
Day by day, and there's another guy on ESPN. He played. I think he played for the Steelers. Forgot his name. He called us pretenders.
Yeah, but you know what? He's come out of that now. You're talking about Anderson. Wait. Anyway, yeah, he's got a show on regularly. Now he's picking us to be one of the best teams in the league. So, yeah,
it's starting to show the trade,
right.
Even the Jimmy Garoppolo trade that we made. We're winning, and it's paying off. And I'd like to thank Lynch and what he's doing with those draft picks. It's starting to pay off,
isn't it?
It really is.
Brilliant draft.
Yeah,
even our undrafted free agents
with freaking Blaine Gabbert, Brian Hoyer. Oh my goodness.
Oh God,
those were some misery days.
Ew. You know, that's
why even C.J. Beathard. But you know what? It's paying off. It really is.
I don't know about CJ. I'm not sure what Kyle's. Can you imagine what's Kyle going to do with CJ next year? You know, do you try to trade him? Somebody, I think they're trying to trade him.
Use
they
him
trade
as
him
trade
now.
bait, I think.
Yeah, but he's not.
Maybe as trade bait, like they did with Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
You know,
did they keep him
maybe
3
gain
years?
another draft pick.
Yeah.
I think they did 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're right on schedule. With somebody asking for CJ finally, because we don't have any draft picks, Leo. You know about that, right? We got a first round. We lost our second round. I think we lost our third. May have a fourth round.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to also mention Odell's. He wants to come here.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
been low key whispering to Jimmy G after the game.
Oh, was that? I could call to Jimmy on his phone. Hey, Jimmy. Who's this?
And I wanted to also say that if we're going to get any free agents, we need to get team players, good locker room guys for next year, guys that are going to come in
and be a part,
so disruptive, and be a part of the team.
There you go. Shalil, we're out of time, and I'm gonna tell you what, man. Let's continue this on Friday night, scoring time. All right.
All right, Rumbo. Before I leave, who's that, baby? That's
Wait
and Jimmy G's about to play a full season. And shout out to the Niner Empire. Thank you for the platform, Rumbo. Later, Rumbo.
It's my pleasure. Thanks, Shalil. Have a good night. Can you imagine, though? I mean, I really it makes me laugh when I think about it. Because, you know, OBJ's probably got Jimmy on speed dial by now, right? Hey, who's this? Jimmy, it's me, man. I don't want anybody Tristan's calling me. It's OBJ. Yo, man, get me out of here. Hey, JT.
What up, Ronbo? What's happening?
JT, where you at, man? Your connection it's like it's got 1,000 people there with you. Oh, you got a feedback. Hey, JT, you got to cut that speaker off.
Yeah, I just did. I think that's probably what it was.
All right. JT, it's a night we checking out Jimmy, looking like the boy is back from where he was. And he wasn't awful all season, but he wasn't really quite Jimmy G. All of a sudden, that boy tightened up. Says, oh man, y'all think he's because he's Drew Brees just gonna kick my butt? I don't think so. Let's go. She jumped into the ring. Said, come on, baby boy. They say you supposed to be the bad. I'm the contender kid. I'm coming to take your title, boy. And Jimmy went to work on him. I got to tell you the truth, JT. I thought we was getting ready to get a killing. The Saints jumped on the 49ers off the jump. Soon as the game started, 49ers, boom! And G said, ain't no big thing. 21-7, I'll get him. Yes! JD, give me some. What are you thinking? JT? We lost JT. Oh, my goodness. JT, get on back in there. Hurry up, man. Hey, Rick.
Yo, Ronbo.
Rick.
What's going on?
Rick, everything's been going on. This season, sometimes I keep slapping myself. See if I'm not asleep. There's got to be one long, just outstanding stuff. This got to be some great dream. You know what I'm saying? Because, all these things happening are just crazy.
Listen, Ronbo, I was praying and hoping I got on right after Rudy because you know what? I'm going to take a page out of my man Will's book. F Rudy, man. Get him out of here.
He was awfully sweet, wasn't he?
I don't care. Get him out of here.
I never know how to act with these guys. He come in being nice. What? Okay.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that. He trying to set you up, Ronbo.
I bet you right.
And then if they beat us, he gonna come in here with his mouth running.
And I'm still waiting on Tyrese. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he ain't coming back.
Yeah, I know.
We'll see him next year sometime. He ain't coming back. Boy. But look, check it out, Ronbo. This is where that 4-12 season is about to pay off on our defense. When all those guys got in and we had all those injuries and they got that playing time, them guys is coming in now.
They got an education. Shit.
Yeah, they got a little education. They coming in now.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too worried about the defense. Harris, he got caught off guard. He didn't know he was going,
Yeah, he wasn't that bad last year. You're right. I think he'll be okay.
Right. Yeah. And it's Drew Brees, too. So, he went right to attack him, just like when Mosley came in.
Yes,
what did he do?
He
went
that.
right after Mosley.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what his percentage is against the zone? The dude is 80%, and we're talking about a polished, grizzled old gunfighter. Of course he cut him up.
Yeah, he know where to go. He knew exactly where to go. I ain't mad at that. I don't think Cook would have got off like that if Tart was back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to man him up. You can't zone on him.
Yeah. No. But Witherspoon did the right thing. You can't stop him. You knock
him out. And of all people, Rick, the Spoon ain't he's not a hammer. I was just like, Spoon knocked him out.
That wasn't a touchdown either, now that I'm thinking about it.
How
they going to call that a touchdown?
They're still arguing about that. See? That's why when Sean Payton stand up in front of I'm not answering no questions about the officiating. Sean, you need to calm down, man. We got some calls we don't appreciate too, so.
Right, yep. But, offense is coming together nicely.
I know.
Yeah, Kyle brought the plays out. He brought some of the plays out, the clutch plays that you need.
Some crazy
when
stuff.
you're beating when you're trying to come back on a team such as the Saints. He brought it out.
I seen 3 or 4
plays. The annexation
plays
of Puerto Rico. You remember that play? The annexation of Puerto Rico.
Hey.
That's from Little Giants.
I got to go Google that one up. The annexation of Puerto Rico. Hey, you know what? The thing is, count the gadget plays. Okay, that shot that Kittle ran across the entire offensive line, that's not normal. The E-Man Sanders shot downfield, that's insane. The option play ran by George Juice. This is crazy stuff.
That play, when George ran across the offensive line like that, they ran that play back to back. They did it with Juice first for the first down.
and set the defense up.
Set him up, and then George came and did it again for the touchdown.
Shannon does that. I think defenses don't
He did
believe
it back to back with two different people. I couldn't believe that.
Or maybe they think it's a decoy. Why would the defense not? I don't know. It's really funny. George barely got in there, but you needed to be George Kittle to get in there. You know, because George had to dive for it.
The first time when Juice did it, that end guy bit on it hard. Juice was wide open. The second time, the end guy kind of realized what was happening, but it was already too late. And George caught the ball and dove right for that pylon.
Can you imagine playing on a defense? You're in the secondary. All right, guys, you're sitting in the room before the game, preparing for the game. All right, guys, we're going to have to have a plan against George Kittle, as you all know. He's not a guy that one-on-one you're going to be successful with. So what we're going to do, you got to actually make these plans, because George will hurt a single man.
Yep. So yeah, Ronbo, that's why I wanted to get in here. I seen you in here on Wednesday, man. Surprised me a little bit.
And I couldn't stand it no more.
Happy though.
Getting excited about the 49ers. Kyle gave that media report, that media address immediately there. I said, man, let me go check out the fam, see what's up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, listen, if I don't get back in here on Friday, 35-13.
Ooh, yes. You're right, too. 11-point spread, so you're right in there. All right. Put Rick down.
Defense shows back up. Defense comes back.
Yes, and yes. Yes. All right. Rick, good here for you, fam.
Let me end it just like Rick Rude, man. All you Atlanta sweat hogs, they're about to come to Santa Clara and see what a real team looks like. All right, Ronbo.
Rick Rude.
I'll holler at you.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, later.
This is the thing, the next 2 or 3 years, we can talk all kind of stuff, don't we? Oh, man. Hey, Charles, come on in, fam.
What's up, Ronbo?
Charles, man, we're just checking here, man. We're jumping out that old truck and jumping into Maseratis. Because, we can drive down the road now, hollering out the window, hey, man, how you doing, girl? Yeah, look at you want to ride? Because now we're no longer lowlifes. We're no longer trash. We're running up on top, talking about y'all need to be scared of us. We ain't scared no more.
Ooh. Oh, I'm seeing people having questions about the defense. Relax.
Oh yeah,
we've been playing ball for 14 straight weeks.
Yeah, they have it right.
When you see those missed tackles and people pulling those hamstrings, those little nicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just your body's worn out. All that pounding and hitting, getting hit. Yeah, they're just tired. So,
and you bring up a good point. That's why having that bye week in week 4, you knew. I didn't know when, but you knew that was going to eventually cause us a little pain. That's why we need 3 games, and please, God, we got to win them all and get this team some rest, man.
Yeah, which is what I wanted to say. Maybe it's Atlanta, so they're sorry. They just want to. Maybe have a good game. They're sorry at the end of the day. So what I want to try to do is I want to rotate all our players, give them 50% of what they play.
If you can.
If we're blowing them, we can. Which is what I want to do. If we're blowing them out, take out the starters, and we'll rest them up. I don't want them to put their bodies on the line for some game that. Where we have it locked up in the bag. I don't want to try proving a point anymore. When we really proved we can beat anyone anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. If the Hawks lose, say the Hawks lose this week, we win, and if we should beat the Rams, I'm starting Nick Mullins in the last game. Everybody's sitting down, including Jimmy. I got my second line defense. Bosa sits, DeForest sits. Even if they argue with me, guys, you're not playing this game. I'm just yes.
If you put them in timeout,
lock them out.
Put them in timeout.
Change the locks. They can't get in. You guys are not playing.
Oh yeah. We don't want. We're too losing just to risk.
Yeah.
And Ronbo. Also, I wasn't here. I wasn't here yet on Monday to talk about the New Orleans game. that was just special. I was amazed about the performance we did. Oh,
It was amazing, wasn't it? Classic.
George Kittle made a play for the ages. When you go to those, if we go to the Super Bowl, I don't want to. Every time
Don't
I
want to
say we're
jinx
going
it.
to go somewhere,
I know.
if we go to the Super Bowl, we look back at that play and say that was the play that got us there, because that was for all the marbles, for the 1 seed and everything.
You can't actually maybe you can, because you know what, Charles, you can compare. If that would have been the last game of this time that got us into the playoffs as number 1 seed, do you know? And I don't want to piss anybody off. Do you know that play might have been up there, something near the catch?
Ronbo, I don't think. Because I was to go to the Super Bowl against one of the most hated rivals.
True. And the Saints are not the most hated rival. Okay, put it a level below, because that play.
I say it's up there. I say it's in the ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't think you're totally out of it. But Ronbo, I gotta go. I gotta get some work done. Appreciate you taking my call, and I'll see you on Friday.
All right. Looking forward to it, Charles. Have a great night.
All right, Ronbo.
Yeah, I might have been. I'm going to draw that. I went too far. Number 2 or 3 on the list. Dwight is still the omnipotence, but George, my God, hey Warren.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Warren, fam, what is it like walking around the streets? Warren, are you in New Orleans? What city are you in?
Yeah, I was down there. No, it was real good.
See, I mean, because we're all so proud of y'all. We saw an entourage of folks wearing red, marching down the streets in New Orleans. Man, it gave me goosebumps, man. I'm telling you, Warren, this is like an incredible. You must run into Saints fans. Are they congratulating you, or are they as mad as Sean Payton?
Oh man, Sean Payton. They were picking on me like it ain't nothing.
Well, Sean may get another chance. You got to come to Levi's, so if we see Sean Payton next time. Don't come. Sean Payton needs to stop crying so much. He's the one who made that rule. Warren, you cannot. Buddy Ryan is the reason why that changed. If they want to do that, all the kickers got to do is throw the ball way up in the air, and you'll get pass interference every single time. They had to change that rule, and Sean knows it. So I don't know, what is he walking up and down the sideline with his arms sticking out? He's all mad, yelling at the officials. He knows damn well that is not legal, and he's getting mad. He's still mad. God. Anyway.
He should be mad at himself for going for that 2-point conversion early.
And that too, And you got Drew Brees. What are you doing that stupid play for? Just run a play, Sean. Stop trying to BS people. He ain't got nobody to blame but himself. Hey, the 49ers beat you.
Going for that 2-point conversion early during the game really hurt him.
He did. I love it. Disrespect. But maybe I don't know. But anyway, Jimmy, what do you think about Jimmy G?
Man, Jimmy G, the true thing was like at the beginning of the year, because it was just like when he on the running game, he wasn't ready,
Ooh.
So he back in the groove, and because he learned to play even more, so it's all gravy.
Yeah. Hey, Warren, you just brought up Kyle probably knew it too. At the beginning of the season, we was all about the run. Remember, he was running the ball probably 60% of the time. Jimmy G's coming out the game 100-something yards. Kyle knew Jimmy wasn't quite ready, and he was smart to know that, because we're talking about a guy who came off an ACL. He's coming back in. He's got to get used to everybody again and get back in the sync. Now, he's ready. It's like coming like a Buddhist monk letting one of his star pupils come out, Kung Fu star. Now, time for you to leave. Because Jimmy was firing. Oh, he was firing. He was in complete control of that offense the whole game. I mean, complete command.
Yeah.
So we're ready.
You know, so I was in the game live. You know, it was just like, you know, but just our defense wasn't that like disappointed, but just get a few things straightened up and on defensively, but be back on top. You know.
Yeah, it won't take long. And everybody ain't Drew Brees. I mean, you talk about maybe the greatest quarterback in the league this year, because Tom Brady's not doing nothing this year. He ain't got no choice. He ain't got no weapons. But, man, Rodgers is only average this year. He ain't got no weapons either. Well, he's got one or two. But Drew Brees, boy, that dude cut loose. Somebody must have told him he was getting old, because he came out there. Y'all think I'm getting old? You know how I do. Drew held a clinic on this 49ers defense. Warren, you can't play zone defense on Drew Brees. This is what he does. Whew. And the offense was scoring too fast and putting him back out there. Man, oh. But that tells you, man. That tells you something about Jimmy, though. Because Jimmy was scoring as fast as he was. They was just going back and forth. Wham! Wham! Oh! That was just a battle. Oh!
Yeah, you could play zone on Drew Brees, but I seen some of the covers and some like the tight end, like our strong safety, our backup strong safety. I forgot his name.
Marcel.
Marcel. He was out of place.
God, I felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for us because I knew Marcel couldn't do nothing with Jared. It wasn't was something Jared Cook. Jared Cook and Drew. Man, they was lighting us up. He'll learn. He'll learn from that. He ain't gonna see any more Jared Cook. He's not gonna see any more Drew Brees until the playoffs. So it'll be okay.
I was thinking about just put your boy is strong safety, huh?
Tavares. You know.
So put what's his name at
Jimmy?
Strong safety, D Ward, and put Moore at the spree.
Tell you what, Marcel. Somebody said Marcel's never been famous for coverage. But anyway, I think Kwaski will be back in a couple of weeks, so we ain't got to worry about the playoffs. I don't think. Maybe. Anyway. Warren, man. Right. Yeah, we'd be all right. No point in worried about them kind of things. We got this. Boy, I tell you what, family, get on back in there Friday. And my regards to Louisiana, the entire state.
I told you 4-9, baby.
There you go.
And I hear guys a victory, and we're gonna do it again this week against Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. All right, fam. I'll see you Friday.
All right. 4-9 for life.
There you go. Sure do. Night one. And I see Faithful Empire says, okay, first round for OBJ. In return, we get a 3 and a 4. You know, we can afford to make those kind of deals now. First round pick is not absolutely something we really, it would be, because as far down as we are in the first round, or as far down as we will be, we're in the 20s at max, at minimum, right? So if I could get 2 picks for that, yeah, I might think about that. They're giving up too much, so would the Browns do that? I don't know. But thanks, hey, Faithful Empire, thanks for that contribution, fam. And also, Steve Trafford says, I was on hold and phone hung up by. Steve, call back real quick. You know what? We put the pin back in for you, Steve. Because normally what we do is we shut the pin down at a certain time. All right. The pin is 93253. And call in quickly because we got to close. Hurry up, Steve. All right. I just said 93253. 93253, Steve. All right. That's not for everybody because, all right. Hey, Deshaun! tradition. It is getting late, huh? I guess I'm coming out. We started late. So if you're in the East or any place like that, or you got to get up early in the morning to feed the kids, some dudes get up in the morning. You know, it's always about the wifey or whoever. You know, fix it. You can get up and cook that oatmeal too. Or if it's a weekend, you get country with it. Get up, fry up that bacon. Is there anything more special than waking up in the morning and smelling bacon? You talk about getting up out the bed, even if you're sleepy. Oh, God. And you find out mom's got fake bacon smells going because you won't get your butt up out the bed every day, and she has so much trouble getting you up. She went out and pulled trick. She pulled a Kyle Shanahan on you. A gadget play. That's, woo, man. It's so fun being a Niner fan this year. Have we, God, as compared to years before. I mean, I'm talking ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. Hey, Steve.
Thank you, Ronbo. I was out home for almost an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Well, Steve.
No, that was my fault. I hit the hang up button by accident, and then I couldn't get back in.
Oh, yeah, because, yeah. Oh, that's why production said, hey, get Steve back in there. Yeah, because, you know, when we shut it down because we got to knock off here. But, Steve, come on in and talk to me about Jimmy G, the defense, what we going to do without DJ Jones, anything else you want to add. Go ahead.
Oh, man, I'm so glad that we're celebrating Jimmy G today. It feels good, doesn't it?
Finally, you know, because it was like worrisome the way people was talking about him for so long. I had faith in him, but I can understand why others didn't, you know, and now all of a sudden he's just going nuts. Love it.
Let's go back to 2017.
Yes.
Our team was helpless.
Yes.
A 1-10 or 1-9 record, something like that. And then
That's
out
it.
of nowhere,
That's all we had.
This guy, Jimmy G, lights it up, starts winning games week after week after week. And next year, he goes down to an ACL injury, lose him for the year. Broke our hearts.
Was struggling learning the offense because he was moving slow last year at the beginning. They was moving slow because everybody's not on par yet for what's going on. But yeah, you're right.
But I always knew Jimmy was special.
Oh,
I mean, anybody that was watching the last 5 or 6 games the Niners played back in 2017, they know the same thing. And it was just a shame that we didn't get the opportunity that we should have had last year when he went down with that ACL injury.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew we were going to be here. I knew if it wasn't this year, it would be next year. But I knew Jimmy G. Man, you can't just come out of nowhere and win 5, 6 games in a row.
Yes.
Put a team that couldn't buy a win, you know, in a position where it's like, wow, you know, this guy might be the savior of the 49ers. That's what they were calling him. And now we get to celebrate him. Not like I wasn't celebrating him all year, because, I mean, he's been doing great things this whole season.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got a chance to see what he really had. You know, everybody said, oh, he hasn't played a full season yet. And the ACL injury, you know, we didn't get our opportunity last year.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you watch First Take and you hear what Max Kellerman says about him all the time.
I love Max. Oh, Max is our dude.
Yeah, dude. He's always arguing with Stephen A, and he's got our back usually.
And does not back down. I love it.
But what he says about how, and he's right though. He's right because here's the thing: when they try to say Jimmy G's not reliable, that he throws interceptions, that you know, I got to see a little bit more. But the fact is we couldn't buy a win last year. I mean, as good as Nick Mullins is as a backup QB, and I still believe in Mullins. I think that, you know, he's got. If some team picks him up next year, or, you know, whatever the situation is, I think he'll be really good for that team. But if he stays with us, he stays with us. But I think he's a great quarterback, but he couldn't get the job done. We were always so close, but we couldn't get the job done with Mullins.
True, but
so that tells me, man, Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just going to say.
Jimmy G is a lot more reliable than people say.
Oh, yeah. And also, he's the guy. If you're going to compare between him and Mullins, Jimmy G is the guy with the highest ceiling. I think Nick could be really good. I don't know if he'll ever reach Jimmy G quality, but he's solid. And he didn't have the weapons that Jimmy G has now. And Jimmy G didn't have the weapons he has now. You know, when Kyle stopped experimenting with guys and trying to give them the opportunity to step up and finally said, okay, you sit down, you, and you come with me. You know, now Jimmy's got guys that are catching the ball. They know how to run routes. Kendrick Bourne is one of the fastest guys in and out of a route in the NFL, from what I understand. This is why when you see him smoke a dude in the end zone, Steve, you know how hard that is to do in that close of quarters? Kendrick goes down. He drops down all the way to the – you see him drop all the way down before he makes his cut back. That is selling that fake. That is – and he keeps his balance. Boom! He takes a shot. Jimmy puts that ball right where it needs to be. This is chemistry building, Steve. That's what it takes. Kyle finally figured out, stop clowning around with all the rest of those guys, get a nucleus together that Stevie that our guy, Jimmy, can get used to, and stay with it for the rest of the season, take all the snaps, let's go. And look what's happening.
I really like it, man, because he's maturing now. And you can see that he's getting a lot more mature out there. He's not panicking in the pocket. He's getting out. He's scrambling. He's finding ways to keep the drive alive and keep the plays going, man. And that's exactly what you need to do as a quarterback. You don't want to stand in that pocket and get sacked or lose yards, fumble, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But, man, KB, too, you were just talking about KB. I'm proud of him, man. He's really come up. He, take it back 3 or 4 weeks ago, he couldn't catch a ball. And now it's he's clutch every game. The team's really coming together. I'm proud of him.
Catches, exactly. And
did you
Emmanuel
get that
Sanders.
video I sent you, Ronbo?
Say again?
Did you get that video? I don't know. I tried to tag Ronbo Sports in it. It was a video of D'Angelo Hall apologizing to Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh.
Did you see that video?
You know what? I saw it. I went back to try to find it. It's on Twitter, right? I'm looking for it. Okay, can you resend that? Or put. So I want to retweet it because I was trying to find D'Angelo Hall. And then I went to YouTube to try to find it. And I can't find it. Because he's on is he on Total Access?
It's oh man, I can't remember what show it was, but he was sitting down with a few other people, and then he gets up. He gets out of his seat and he goes into the camera and he says, "Jimmy G, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was wrong."
Okay. I got to find that. Oh, I got to post that. I got to repost that.
Than that, man. The only thing sweeter than that is if Whitlock got out of his seat and said the same thing.
He was with Speak. Was it Speak for Yourself? What is the name of that? Speak for Yourself. All right. Which episode the thing is? I'll find it. Jason Whitlock is. I wish somebody would just hit him in the jaw. God, he bothers me with that blasé. Y'all, I'm not impressed with Jimmy G. I'm still not impressed. What you? Well, then just shut up there.
Right now.
God, hate him.
Yep.
Anyway, that's all right. Jason Whitlocks of the world, they can go ahead and kiss every Niner fan where the sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't never going to change that because he's been found to be wrong. When you're wrong in the position he's in, then you got to find ways to keep saying things to make yourself look like, I ain't scared of y'all. Well, you should be, Jason Whitlock. God.
Well, they got to hang on to that energy, man. That's what Sherman told him. Hang on to that energy. Now he feels stupid. He probably feels stupid, turning around and saying, giving him his props because he knows he's been a big hater all season.
Exactly.
But, man, Ronbo, I know you got to go, brother, but I just want to say this one last thing, man. I'm happy, man. I'm so happy about where we're at as a team, man. But I'm a little concerned, man, because of Richard Sherman,
we all are.
out, DJ Jones, and it's right at the cusp of the playoffs, man. I hope all these guys are ready because we're gonna need them come playoff time.
I think they'll be ready. I think, and Sherm, it would take like several huge security people to keep Sherm from playing in that Seahawks game. So I got a feeling we're going to see Sherm in about 2 or 3 weeks. And in the playoffs, they're going to let Sherm play no matter what. There's guys on our team, Sherm, also George Kittle. These guys could have broken bones and internal bleeding. When come game time, these guys are warriors. They don't care. They're coming out there to play. The only thing I concern myself with, are you helping the team in that condition or not? Because Sherm, like somebody pointed out the other day, he was not able to help us against the Saints, but he insisted on being out there. And I like that attitude. But if I'm the coach, I got to Rich, I love you. You know I do. I want you to get over here. I just want you to hang out with me for a bit. I'm going to send Mosley in for you for a while. Why, coach? No, okay, sure. Let me talk to you. You know, I got to be the coach in this series. And I got to be the bad guy. But, you know, you got to let somebody get out there that can handle it. And I got a feeling Mosley's going to be the guy this week to help us out. I already know.
I'm excited about seeing Mosley and Weatherspoon out there.
Yeah.
I think they're both excellent players. I'm excited to see what they can do until Sherm comes back, you know, and he's at full health. I just hope he's back by the Seahawks game. That's all.
I do too. We all do. All right, fam. Hey, Steve. Thanks, fam. I'm gonna see if you get a chance, get out here Friday. Be looking for you, okay?
All right, Ronbo. Thanks for taking my call, brother.
My pleasure, fam. Have a great night.
All right, man. You too.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of things going on, but you like somebody else, like James pointed out earlier. Everybody has injuries. We're going up against a team this week that is missing a couple of key players, and if you don't have a secondary, the Hawks secondary was not that good anyway, and they lost their best guy. So I got a feeling Kyle's going to really exploit that. So if you thought Jimmy G went off against the Saints, I think Jimmy G's going to go off against the secondary of this Falcons defense. And also, Matty B looks strong. I was delighted with what Kyle Shanahan did with him. Don't overdo it. Raheem Mostert is carrying this truck. I mean, it's like he had a collar on his neck pulling a diesel down the road. Let him work. Let Matty B heal all the way up. Matty B had a couple of great runs. Cut him loose this week against the Falcons, all right? Split the carries between him and Mostert, and let them just do it. TC, I want to see Kyle dial up some plays for TC out of the backfield and pass plays. Let Matty B and Mostert do the heavy lifting, running behind them tackles, you know? You know what really made me laugh, though? See that play with Joe Staley? Joe looks like he gained a little weight while he was out. Joe's running down the field. He's actually in the way as Debo's coming down the field. Joe's assignment was to get out. I remember George Kittle got onto the play and cleared out on the left side, and there's Joe. Debo's like pushing him in the back. Joe, come on, man. I think if the real Joe Staley would have been ready, I think Debo runs for a touchdown. See, because Kittle already ran downfield and got rid of that guy. And Joe, there was this one guy between Joe and this dude. Debo would have beat him. So, Joe, lose a little weight, man. I want you on the treadmill all week, bro. God, you used to be faster than that. I know you are still faster than that. Joe's fat. He looked like it, too. This way, he'll be all right. And Joe will be all right by the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. We just got to keep him healthy between now and then. Big Michael McGlinchey starting to look like a machine. Ooh. We ready, fam? We ready? Just get started bouncing. Ooh la la. Ooh la 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 la. Fam, hit that like for me, please. Appreciate it. I'm going to see you Friday. We're going to talk about who's going to win this game by what margin. In Vegas talk about 11-point spread. What do they know that we don't know? Oh. Niners! Ooh la la.